Hey y'all, we're Tanya, Dave, Brady, and Bailey. We've been living and traveling in our camper van, Desert Snow, for over 3 years, enjoying adventures, freedom, community, and exploration. I mean, this is the way of RV living. Not to mention embracing the unexpected and sometimes really scary encounters. Oh, and by the way, we're getting close to our 200,000 subscriber milestone. So if you haven't already, take a second, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you keep joining us on all these adventures. And we thank you. Now, buckle up as we share our scariest encounters living in our camper van. This guy right there is just like randomly came up to us and asked if we were, first question was veterans, and now he's driving around the parking lot. Dude, it's kind of creepy. Just hovering around the parking lot. Oh man, that's a little unsettling. There's a black car. Feels a little weird as well. Just kind of sitting there. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. So cool. So cool. Packing up's always fun, right there?
You got that right. So I'm going to keep going.
Oh.
Sipping my coffee.
Hey, cheers.
Morning pack up.
I love that. You know, we're leaving this beautiful, beautiful campground today here. And it's been absolutely amazing. You know, actually done our fair share of truck stops and, you know, spots where it's free, overnight camping, boondocking, which is something we really enjoy doing. It's free. And it's when you have long drives, it's a great way to stop and rejuvenate. So we have about a 4-hour drive as we're here in Lone Pine, California, but we're heading towards Nevada. And we're going to be camping at a abandoned hotel parking lot. We should be able to camp there, no problem. We shall see. And it's just like the life in the van life. And you just have to go with the flow sort of vibe. So we're going to just pack up here, get out there. And the plan is to take that abandoned hotel parking lot and turn it into a five-star resort. I got a great plan. I'm going to be making a great meal. Got to stop to pick up some supplies along the way. But it's going to be a great day. I mean, it's blue skies. The sun is shining in our face. And Dave is packing up. So let's hit the road.
Hey, man.
What?
You know, is the inverter off?
Yes, I turned the inverter off.
Well, I made a mistake.
Oh, no. I see what your face is looking at. You forgot to put Starlink in stow mode. Oh, no.
Looks like the inverter's going back on.
It's going back on, baby. Inverter is back on. Perfect. Okay. So we're about 10 minutes from our destination. Boy, got the groceries ready to rock, and I'm really excited about the dinner I'm going to surprise Dave with. You know, it's nothing fancy smancy, but it is definitely something, especially since we're overnighting here at this abandoned hotel parking lot. Well, hopefully. The fingers crossed on that. That's the main thing, is hopefully we can do that. If we can't, we eyed another spot about 15 minutes back that we may check out there. I definitely saw there was security, so I'll probably ask them to make sure everything's okay before we get kind of situated. But we do know that it's only about a few miles up, about 4 miles up right now. And we can get there and camp out. We can kind of maybe explore, see what this place once was, and then check it out. Maybe this will be home for the night. But, you know, like in all fashion, luck of the draw, baby, luck of the draw. Let's see what we got. So it looks like the parking lot to the hotel that's closed down that we wanted to go into the camp is closed. And right now we're here at a truck stop. It's called Terrible's Truck Stop. Dave just went inside to see if we can actually overnight camp here. You know, one thing I don't see is, if you look around, I don't see any RVs. And you know, we're really big into respecting the truckers. So if there's a spot that we should park, maybe they'll let us park right here. This is the spot to do, but it's a Terrible's shared with the Chevron. And I don't know, we might be able to call this home, but we just might head back 15 minutes to this other cool spot that we saw along the way. And then I'll ask the security guard there to see if that's a place that we can camp. So we'll see.
So she said there's no special spot necessarily for RVs. We could park here overnight if we wanted to.
So we could park here overnight.
We could park here overnight, so it's definitely an option.
Oh, cool.
Right? And it's a small spot inside. We have a small little Terrible's location.
Okay.
But it's not too bad. In some ways, the other place seems so quiet.
I saw that. Like I was just kind of saying, we drove over to the other, drove over past this spot, which looked pretty cool. So we might head back. It's about 15 minutes back the other direction. So I think that's what we're gonna do. Decision made.
I like it.
So right off this exit, we're heading back to this spot, which is Buffalo Bill's. It's a parking lot, hotel, bar, casino over that direction. It's Pink Rock Donuts. Oh my gosh, they have some of the coolest gourmet donuts. I think we're gonna stop there, Dave.
Oh yeah.
If it's open, stop there, grab a couple of donuts. Little fancy donuts for dessert after a nice dinner.
That sounds like some pretty nice luxury dessert. If I had anything. Oh yeah, I like it.
It's probably in this little complex off to the right. Look at that. That's where we might be able to call home tonight. We'll find out after we pick up our donuts. But that is pretty darn cool. I wonder if it's working. We'll have to find out. What, is it tied to Pink Box Donuts? It's tied. Okay, it's tied to the Prim Center. That's interesting. All right, we'll have to run in and get some fancy donuts, Dave. There's some parking back there too. So I ended up getting six of those donuts. You know what happens is when they get a pair of 6, you get a discount on those. So we're getting 6. Yes, 6 gourmet donuts. We should have enough room in the RV refrigerator for this one, so it should be exciting.
16 at 32, $78.
Awesome, thank you. Yep, there it is.
Couple of layers. I'll give you the chocolate.
Yep.
Maybe brown sugar.
Yep.
Or either brown sugar or sugar daddy.
I didn't get you those. I got you 2 of those and 1 of those.
Okay, that's good.
2 chocolates and that. You want some brown sugar? You got some brown sugar. So what should I do? Up a couple feet? All right, so it's the parking situation. Here we go. Trying to get the most of the balance that we can.
Stop there, man.
Okay. All right, that's it. This is what we're calling home for the night. We got the okay. Spoke with the security guard who said it's perfectly okay. As long as we don't put any slides out, and we don't have slides. So we're in good shape. Very excited to get things started. I can see the sun is slowly starting to set. So it's about 5:30 right now. Maybe what we'll do is, before cooking dinner, maybe explore these grounds. There's a huge amusement park over there. Kind of see it right there. Not sure if it's open. Haven't seen anything coming around. Haven't seen a roller coaster come around yet, but pretty wide open here. It almost looks abandoned, but we're at Buffalo Bill's right now, and it's pretty wide open.
Buffalo Bill's, the casino's open and hotel, but the amusement park is definitely closed.
It looks like it, right?
Oh yeah.
It just looks. I haven't seen one roller coaster come around, so.
No, I think it's closed.
Yeah.
Shut down now.
Let's go explore it. Maybe we should go explore it.
I like it. Yeah.
Cool. So this is it. It pretty much seems you're all to yourself here. It's pretty solid. Not many spots for shade. Got a couple of spots. You can see over here if you want to have a couple of shady spots. But the parking lot's pretty wide open here at Buffalo Bill's. So I didn't see one RV. Dave, we saw not one RV.
No. I see some trucks are coming in.
Yeah.
I have a feeling some truckers may come on in here because you're allowed to park here overnight. We're talking to a security guard. And it's kind of quiet. It's definitely quieter than a traditional truck stop, which is kind of nice.
like Space Mountain. Or what's the name? What's one of that Disney one?
Yeah, Thunder Mountain.
Thunder Mountain. It has a little Thunder Mountain like, but it goes all the way around. It goes all the way around the casino.
It's crazy.
That's crazy.
It looks like it was a pretty amazing roller coaster in its day.
Yeah. So we just spoke to the security guard again, and he said this is not functioning right now. So it is a definite no-go on that one, because I would have totally said, let's get some tickets.
I agree. Right? It definitely looks like it's been kind of abandoned over here for quite a bit. I mean, look at this, like just all the grass is growing and everything. And this is very cool too, right? Looking like an old water slide, almost like those log rides, like Splash Mountain.
Splash Mountain.
Come down here.
Come down and wisp right onto that one over there. That's pretty cool.
Right. This must have been a lot of fun in this day.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure. It looks. Hopefully they revive this. I mean, it doesn't look too weathered. Almost like with a little love and some dollars, you could probably bring this back.
I know. I don't see any signs yet of any comeback.
Yeah.
Any work on it, but maybe someday.
Yeah. It's so cool.
I agree. It's cool.
Oh my gosh, as we're moving along the pathway, you're starting to notice more and more. This definitely was like a waterlog ride.
Yeah.
Almost reminds you of like the Haunted Mansion, except with a waterlog ride.
Yeah, it's like Splash Mountain meets Haunted Mansion.
Yeah.
All together.
It's Thunder Mountain.
Here in Prim.
In Prim. Right? That's pretty cool.
Very cool.
If you're watching this, y'all, revive it, because that looks pretty. Look at the little old man.
Probably
right
all
there.
these like gold miners kind of going out here looking for their fortune.
Looking for their fortune, and
they didn't quite make it.
Didn't quite make it yet.
It's like Poker Jimbly, his last full house.
His last full house. Wow, so we're inside the hotel casino, and you can actually see the ride came through here as well. It's like Bonnie and Clyde, this whole gold dust mining era. They have a couple of the police officers right up there. Wow, so cool. Oh, there's some wanted posters off in the corner. We can probably get a closer look at. Take a look at those wanted posters. And they really have like Dutch Schultz. There's an armored car, but he still got assassinated. A lot of vintage, unique things. And there they are. There's the wanted posters. Dead or alive. Dead or alive. Wow. So here's one called the Frog Hopper. Looks like a ride where the kiddos can get on and ride themselves up to the top of that. It actually has a cool, eerie feel in here, huh?
It does. Definitely old school. This is very old school, but it's amazing in here.
It's got a lot of unique rides. You see some of the games over there. All these cool fake trees, giant wagon wheels. I mean, wow. You do hope. And a lot of Bonnie and Clyde. They have a lot of theme of Bonnie and Clyde. You see there's some posters over there. Gangsters, right. Dave has stumbled on it.
Yeah, this is the old entrance to the log flume.
Wow.
So cool. And here, look at it. They actually have the logs used to go on.
Oh, there they are.
There they are.
No way.
We need to get this thing restarted.
Come on, guys.
Let's get the water
restarted.
flowing. That's awesome.
I got like chills. Just
my
like
God.
thinking about it. You see those cards over there?
It's so much fun.
And you got to be this tall to ride it, so I think we're good. Yeah, you definitely
I think I can make it.
I think, yeah.
Did I make it?
Unfortunately, sir, you can't. You're too
No?
tall. You're too tall.
I'm too tall.
Now, speaking of the Bonnie and Clyde duo, well, this is the Bonnie and Clyde collection. So if you look down here, you have a hand mirror. Now this hand mirror, because, you know, he's no stranger to incarcerations, we're talking about Clyde. Well, during his time in incarceration, this is supposed to be a mirror he crafted while in incarceration. And he was apparently going to give this to his love, Bonnie, to ease her pain for their time apart. He was very, 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 very handy. Look at this. He actually made a belt too. And this belt, especially his sister Marie, hand-to belt for her during the height of his legendary run as an outlaw.
Wow, here are some actually older ones. They look a little beat up, these ones.
Yeah, but
the
these
log,
are the actual
log boats.
log boats here.
For
And
the
they have
flume.
their number zones. This was number 16.
Yeah, look at that.
And you got number 9 and number 15 right here.
Wow.
So it's amazing that all the equipment is still here. Look
It is. It's ready to go. Let's clean them up. Get those cobwebs off there and let's get back at it.
So this is really neat. This here is actually the tram. So once upon a time, that tram right there entered inside this Buffalo Bills, and it actually took you all the way over to the other hotel, which is Whiskey.
Right, Whiskey Pete's.
Whiskey Pete's. And across that bridge right over there.
Right, over 15.
Over 15. And so it was like a tram that took you between the hotels once upon a time. That's amazing. So tonight is going to be spaghetti night here in the parking lot. I'm actually going to put some onions in that. We're going to have some ground turkey meat just to kind of thicken things up, marinara sauce, and it just feels like it's going to be that kind of night here in this parking lot. And if you can see off in the distance, and you might not be able to, but you might, there's very few cars here for the hotel part, but then you could really get a cool look over at that abandoned, if you will, roller coaster. Pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. Gotta wait for the water to boil. And I want to tell you something really cool. I love these contraptions here, especially for our small RV spaces. Love this thing here. It's like a collapsible strainer. So it's perfect for me for spaghetti, vegetables, things like that as well. And then once you're all done with it, it just perfectly stores away nicely into a compartment. And so I have multiple sizes for this, whether it's something small, whether washing off fruit like grapes or cherries. Then I have the larger one like straining like things like tonight, but spaghetti. So very, very handy. Very handy. Oh, somebody's ready. Somebody's ready for a snacky. Look at that little tub of love. Where's mommy's little tub of love? You for snacky tax. Oh, that good snacky tax. Yes, oh yes, oh yes. Guy right there is just like randomly came up to us and asked if we were, first question was veterans, and now he's driving around the parking lot. Dude, it's kind of creepy. So I let the security guards know, but he's out there just hovering around the parking lot. Oh man, that's a little unsettling. So I just turned the lights off. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to cook dinner. This is crazy, Dave.
It's crazy. I know it is. The guy's racing around the parking lot.
Racing. So I just turned the lights off. Hold on, let's close this up. I gotta finish with a meal. Ooh, I know, Bubby. Mommy's watching. Yikes.
Right? No, it's crazy.
There's a black car. Feels a little weird as well. Just kind of sitting there. Oh gosh. That is the same one that was there earlier. The Ford that was there earlier that also kind of circled by. Black Ford Explorer. Oh my goodness gracious. I mean, I'm not sure if I'm just worrying too much or... Let's see.
We're gonna move it on.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have dinner.
I think we're gonna move it on.
And we're gonna move it on.
We
ready?
Oh yeah,
all right.
We're gonna move it on.
That's it. Dinner time and moving on.
A little creepy in there. Yeah.
Yeah, oh my goodness gracious. So, Dave.
Yeah, no, this has been actually a really scary situation.
God.
We have what seems to be some cars that have been, it seems like almost casing the van. They've driven by slowly a number of times. In particular, there's actually an old Ford Explorer that drove by slowly a number of times.
Yeah, left and now
left and then just came back with a van.
Yeah.
And they both came back and parked in the same spot right nearby us, just like turned off the car and are just sitting there.
They're waiting to,
so
maybe it's the bikes. I don't know. I'm not very comfortable. It's kind of a new spot. And normally we're not necessarily like...
Yeah, we're nervous about our bikes. Well, everything actually.
Yeah,
but.
And normally we're not spooked by a parking lot. But when you're not in a comfortable situation and you had that weird question by that gentleman that came by. Very strange. So dinner, we're going to pack up. We're going to head to another truck stop. A little bit of ways. Dave was looking up one, so we will see you at the next truck stop for dinner. Oh my goodness gracious, we're getting out of here. There's the pickup. There's the black car right over there. And then all of a sudden there's the van and no one got out of that van. So we're out of here. Oh my goodness gracious, that's one of the most uncomfortable feelings. Let's see. There's the van. Yep, and then there's the black Explorer right next to them.
Yeah, they came back.
They came back.
There.
All right, so I'm gonna make a right. Okay.
That was scary.
That was uncomfortable. I'm just watching to see if they leave.
They're gonna try to follow us out.
Oh man, it's so uncomfortable.
The van's moving.
Oh, okay. Whew. All right, we are rolling on.
Moving on.
Next stop.
That was scary.
And there's the black car. Look, they got out of the car. They got out of the car. And he's walking over to the other side, but they didn't go over to the. Woo! Still there. Oh my gosh, how are you feeling right now?
Well, it was creepy. I gotta say, you know, when you had the Explorer pull back in, which had basically driven by our car multiple times, like slowly, like almost like they were looking at something. Maybe it was our bikes, who knows what it was. And then they came back together now with this white van.
Twice.
Yeah, actually, it was the third time we saw them. Yeah, they came back. And this time they came back with a white van with like very few windows. Looked like a perfect thing to actually put, say, bikes in it. So it was a scary situation. Plus, after you had that person come by and ask you the question about, are you in the former military and all that.
That was weird. He really came up, just randomly came up,
really weird,
and rolled down the windows and said, "Oh, I'm just here to say hi." He goes, "I'm just asking if you guys you're veterans." And I'm like, "Oh, well, we have family. Our family's veterans, yeah."
And we just wonder if they're trying to think if we maybe had
had something. I got something. So I was like, "Oh my goodness gracious!" And that kind of triggered it. So he mentioned this to security, and the security guard actually saw him the next time he came back, because I told him he's back. And then he comes in front, he said, "Oh, I spoke to them," and it seemed like he might have been a little off or a little mental or on something. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's not a good feeling." And the black Explorer just kind of put things into a little bit of a nervous move for us. So we left, and
it's actually the first time we've left a spot like that. We've stayed in a lot of truck stops, casino parking lots. This is really the first time we've been really spooked out.
Yeah.
Really spooked out. So,
and not saying that area is, I mean, we tried to look up some reviews. It just might have been just tonight.
Yeah.
Just tonight.
The reviews
were fine.
And well lit. It seemed very safe. It's just, we don't want to take the chance.
No.
At that point where it seemed like we're seeing these cars coming in and just kind of idling there multiple times, driving slowly by us. We just didn't want to take that chance.
Yeah, initially I'm thinking, oh wow, they're kind of admiring that desert snow looks pretty cool.
Happens, but then it's
like time and time again, like third time coming back, and then this time with like a Sprinter van, and no one got out of the car. I'm still cooking, and no one got out. They just sat there. So I was like, okay, it's time to move on. So that's freaky. So we have officially made it to what we're now going to be calling home for the night here at this truck stop, Real Pass. We've stayed here before and feel a little bit better about being here. A lot better, actually, than the last place. Now we can finally get inside and have some dinner. Hopefully tried to wrap the pasta enough to keep it nice and warm, but should still be tasty. Hey, Davo.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you feeling?
Feeling good.
Yeah.
Glad we're kind of here. This is kind of a old hat for us here. We know this truck stop really well, and it's a nice spot. So just getting the windows open, get some airflow in here.
Oh, I like that. All right, I'll get things ready for dinner. This is it. Finally.
Exactly. Dinner time. Thanks, babe. This is really nice. I love you.
I love you. That's good.
That's really good.
And it stayed warm.
Exactly. Nice job. For all that.
Now
the adrenaline starts just winding down. Take a little dinner.
I'm going to be ready for some games.
Right? I think that's right. I'm going to be here at games. Ready to fight.
Let's go. Good morning. So, wow, we slept like babies here. You know, I know the situation yesterday was a little uncomfortable. Some of y'all may say we were overreacting, but I know, you know, we don't get spooked a lot by much, but there's certain things that if you feel in your gut something's not right, listen to your gut, and that's what we did. And so we moved to another location, something a little bit more familiar. We slept like babies. Bailey and Brady's both slept like babies. You slept like babies. And now we got our fresh coffee from this truck stop. Oh boy. And we're just gonna pack up, head on out. Oh, gotta put these shades on for sure, keeping it cooler inside. I mean, it's been so hot here in Nevada. Temperatures have been reaching over 110 degrees, y'all. Whew. Today we're going to take you through our full story of our scariest encounter living in our camper van. This guy right there is just like randomly came up to us and asked if we were, first question was veterans, and now he's driving around the parking lot. Dude, it's kind of creepy. Just hovering around the parking lot. Oh man, that's a little unsettling. There's a black car. Feels a little weird as well. Just kind of sitting there. Oh gosh. What happened to us can happen to any person living in a van or RV. But a lot of times you think, well, it can't happen to me. And it definitely can. For any of you RVers or van lifers out there who enjoy boondocking or taking advantage of those free overnight camping spots or even off-grid camping, well, we posted a video last week, which many of you may have seen.
We received some incredible comments and tips from our viewers who shared their own experiences in similar situations. And actually, some of those tips made us wonder, should we have left the parking lot actually sooner?
And for all my ladies out there who solo RV, it's especially important for you to think about and be prepared for.
So let us take you back to what happened. We had just had an amazing camping adventure in Death Valley in the Alabama hills. And we had a long road trip ahead of us that day. And we knew we'd be staying either in a parking lot somewhere or potentially a truck stop.
Yeah.
And so we had many, it was like about a 4-hour drive or so. So a long road trip. And the thought was we'd have an enjoyable night. Tanya had prepared. She was going to make an amazing dinner in the parking lot. So I was super stoked for that. And yeah, we thought it was going to be just a wonderful time. We had no idea what was in store for us. We had also looked online for the reviews of these places we were thinking about staying overnight to make sure there weren't any obvious safety concerns in those places. And we actually had not seen any. So we felt pretty comfortable in terms of where we were headed.
So we were considering two primary spots, a truck stop, which we all know truck stops can be pretty loud. And if you've camped overnight at truck stops, that's the case. Or there was a casino with an abandoned amusement park. So we checked out both, but we thought it'd be pretty cool to check out and explore the abandoned amusement park that was attached to this casino. Not to mention, the parking lot seemed really quiet, well lit, and there was security patrol. So we thought we were gonna have a good night.
Shortly after we arrived to the parking lot, however, Tanya noticed a Ford Explorer slowly driving by the back of our camper van. And Tanya has great spidey senses, much more than me. I tend to just miss all that. I mean, her spidey senses immediately kicked off. I wasn't too worried at the time. We've seen many folks drive by our Echo and really check out Desert Snow because it does look different from many other RVs. So I thought, okay, they're probably just checking out the Echo, nothing to worry about.
Yeah, you know what? Dave's right. Despite my spidey senses, which I tend to have often, I did notice this black Ford Explorer slowly rolling by Desert Snow. And like Dave said, people do check it out. But there was something weird I felt inside. It was tinted windows. It was rolled down just enough so you couldn't see the person inside. It was really just rolling by slowly. So we really didn't think anything of it more than that. And we went into the casino, which was still open, met the teams from the management team, which talked about some of the rich history, which we love doing, exploring history of places. And we really were enjoying ourselves.
We stayed inside the casino for a while and couldn't see our van or our bikes, which are attached to the back of our van during that time, obviously. And I do have to admit that I did have a bit of nervousness just kind of thinking about our bikes and also the Ford Explorer.
Me too.
That Tanya had mentioned. And just, that fear would come out and our bikes would be missing. Because we have a lot of friends we know that have actually had bikes ripped off before at various places. So I had a little bit of nervousness there. And so when we came out of the casino and saw our van and of course the bikes attached across the parking lot, there was definitely a little bit of a sense of relief there.
So by this time it was starting to get dark. And so we decided to go inside and I was prepping and starting to make dinner. And then all of a sudden, as I'm making dinner, there was this white car that pulls up. It drops its tinted windows fully and just starts staring at the RV. So I'm looking out the window, and then I decided to open the door. I thought maybe it was someone that knew us.
Right, and I was resting in the back.
Yeah,
So I didn't even know what was going on.
And Dave was resting in the back with the kitties. And so I decided to go outside and take a look and ask and say, hey, what's up? His first response, as soon as I said that, was, are you veterans? And I'm like, okay, no, we're not veterans, but our families are. We're actually military brats. And then he jumped right in his, what are you up to? I was like, well, we're just cooking dinner, and I'm going to get back to it. And he goes, dinner and strippers. And weird, just powered it, just booked it right off. And I was like, that was really, really, really weird encounter with this creepy guy. This guy right there is just like randomly came up to us and asked if we were, first question was veterans. And now he's driving around the parking lot. Dude, it's kind of creepy. So I let the security guards know, but he's out there just hovering around the parking lot. Oh, man.
Now, while I was resting, I heard Tanya talking to someone outside our van, and I didn't think too much of it. I couldn't really hear what was being discussed because our AC was blaring right over my head.
Hey, Craig.
But it's not unusual. We had met the managers in the casino. I thought maybe one of them had stopped by on their way home at the time. It was time, kind of end of the day. They were maybe leaving, maybe saying goodbye. Or sometimes, a viewer from our YouTube videos might stop by, recognize us, and we talk to them. That's very common. It happens. And so I didn't think anything of it.
Yeah.
But then when Tanya came in and told me what happened, and in particular, the question about veterans, I mean, my first thought was, I think he was trying to figure out if we had firearms.
Mm-hmm.
As you think about veterans, you kind of expect veterans, more often than not, probably to have firearms. Maybe that's not true, but that's kind of a thought I think many of us have. And so that's all I could think of. And it made me starting to get very uncomfortable. I was starting to really join Tanya with those spidey senses for sure at that point.
Yeah, so Dave's spidey senses are going off. Mine's are like going berserk.
Yeah.
And I saw the security guard, do a round. And so I immediately went outside and I told the security guard about the encounter I had with the car that sped off. And he told me to describe it so I could remember it right in my head because I always pay attention to things like that. So I told him what type of car it was. I told him the description of the guy, when I remember. And he says, I'll keep an eye out for it, and then kind of went away. So I'm automatically getting nervous about different things. And because of that, my spidey senses went off again, thinking about the Ford Explorer that was there earlier. So I just looked out the window to see if I saw this Ford Explorer, and it was there. It was so scary. It was there. And it was driving past, again, our RV, and it was doing slow motion right behind us, like slow motion. And then I'm watching it as it's slowly leaving the parking lot. And you guys didn't see this as well, but when I was making dinner, I ended up giving I made a plate for the security guard, to make that connection. I know they work hard, so I wanted to say, make sure you're eating properly. And I always make a boatload of food. So I gave him a plate. And when I brought him that plate, he told me that he did see him. He didn't see him at first, but then he did see them. He approached the guy, and he said the guy seemed a little off, like he was on drugs or something mental. So I said, well, that's not good. I'm glad we have you guys here and things of that nature. So I was getting really, really nervous. But, I was thinking maybe we're overreacting about some of this. As long as we got the security guards here, we could be fine. And I just kept getting this overwhelming feeling in my gut and in my head. And it just felt like situations went from one thing to the next. And we were getting really nervous. There's a black car. It feels a little weird as well. Just kind of sitting there. Oh, gosh. That is the same one that was there earlier. The Ford that was there earlier that also kind of circled by. Black Ford Explorer. Oh my goodness.
And after trying to talk to the security guard, he left to do his rounds around the parking lot. And then, maybe it was about, 15 minutes later or so, the security guard pulled back up near us. And I went out and talked to him. And he actually said he saw that white car with the tinted windows parked in another part of the parking lot, an area that we actually couldn't see, and there was no one in the car.
Yeah.
Right. And so that's what he said. He didn't know where the person had gone. And at that point, the security guard told me that he was actually going to go on break and eat enjoy the pasta that Tina had given him earlier.
And shortly after the security guard told Dave he was going on break, it's probably like another 10 minutes went by, that black Ford Explorer came back. and right behind it was a white tinted out Sprinter van. And they both drove really slowly back behind our RV, behind Desert Snow. Either they were looking at the bikes, I don't know what it was, but they drove by really slow. So I'm cooking, and I'm just kind of side-eyeing, looking outside as to see where they're going. And they both parked next to each other. And what made it even worse is they didn't get out of the car. The cars were both idling, and the Black Explorer and the white tinted out Sprinter van, they didn't get out of their vehicles. So I'm really freaking out at this point.
Yeah, we were very nervous, felt really exposed to, because we knew the security guard was currently on break.
Y'all, we got so nervous because we felt like we were being cased.
Yeah.
Like they were thinking about taking our bikes and throwing them in the back of the van, for example. So at this point, I'm like, okay, Dave, we got to do something right now. So we wanted to pack things up very inconspicuously, so to not trigger whatever they were thinking about doing. So rolled up the shades like we're about to have a nice dinner. I told Dave to get into the front seat, get things ready up there while I secure things back here, because as soon as we drop these van maids, we need to hit it. Oh
I
my
know,
gosh.
it was really
so
scary, right? And yeah, we were both very scared at that point. Our suspicion was that they would approach us while the security guard was on break and try to take our bikes,
Oh my gosh.
or worse, try to take our camper van. And so we knew we wanted to get out of there quickly, and not raise any red flags to them that we're about to leave while we were packing up and get ready to kind of get out of that parking lot as quickly as we could.
Exactly. Our biggest concern, like before pulling off and driving off, was that they would either try to cut us off. There's two vehicles, cut us off, or hold us up, or whatever it might have been, right as we're about to pull off. So we had to react quickly. That was the whole plan, is we need to react quickly. I still had enough visibility in my shades to see where they were as Dave is getting things ready in the front. So right as we dropped the shades and we're about to drive off, we drove off. There wasn't an issue. But I'm like peeking back, I'm looking back, and I'm just afraid that they're gonna follow us.
Yes.
And it was like very fortunate that they did not follow us. But then as we're you leave the parking lot, and as you're heading on the highway, you still have good visibility of the casino parking lot. So you could see the white van and you can see the Ford Explorer next to each other. And at that point, I saw the white van folks get out. They went around to the other side. That was
right when we left.
Right when we left. Other than they were sitting in there. They were idling. And then right when we left, they get out. So there was a lot of little things that drew some suspicions, but we felt very relieved like they weren't following us. So we wanted to try and make a good dent between the casino and where we were going to camp next. And why I'm getting even extra nervous even talking about this is because a lot of the comments from our viewers that we were reading on situations like this that may have happened to them, and things that we weren't even aware of that could have happened even worse.
Now, we were super relieved getting out of that parking lot. And once we're on the highway, we were going to go to the next exit and there's a truck stop right after that. We were not going to do it because we were afraid they'd follow us to the next exit. So we just kept on going. We went a good 45 minutes, decided to go to a truck stop that we knew very well. We'd actually stayed there before. We felt safe. It was super active. It was very loud.
Very loud.
Very loud truck stop.
I'll take that in.
But tons of truckers, well lit. We were comfortable sleeping there. So we headed there, and when we got there, it was just a huge relief.
I will take that truck stop with noise after that situation any day.
There's a camo dude up there actually looking at us right now. They're
my
definitely
gosh.
following us right now. Yeah, the white pickup. Here it comes.
Oh, here comes the camo dude.
Oh, no, it's not a white.
But that's a camo dude.
Yeah.
That's even scarier. Whoa! Look at them go.
Wow, look at that.
There goes that dust.
There goes the dust. Oh, there's another one. Yeah, there's a lot of folks coming out. Wow.
Coming up?
Yeah, but they're far back. You can see the dust. Like, you just look back on the road, just like dust kicking up everywhere.
Good morning, y'all. So we are off on our next adventure. And as you can see, we're looking for unidentified flying objects. That is a UFO, if you will. So we're in an area that I have really been anxious to explore. Dave has been super interested in this place. We've never had a chance to visit it. We've always driven past Area 51. And I grew up watching a lot of alien movies and things of that nature. I was always curious about Area 51. But for a while, it was a place that apparently didn't exist, quote unquote. But hey, we're off to explore today where most won't go. Oh, Dave, you see that?
I do. What is that?
That looks like a giant, our first alien, and it's a giant.
It is one giant alien.
I mean, that makes Shaq look tiny.
It does.
Should we go check it out?
Definitely.
Let's check it out.
Well, there it is, our first alien sighting.
Yes.
That is massive.
It's massive and tall.
And it may not be our last today.
Yeah, I hope not, especially at night.
Yeah, exactly. This place is crazy. It's called the Alien Research Center at Area 51. And it looks, unfortunately though, it's closed today.
Yeah.
Apparently because of the Nevada heat, they've had some AC issues. And this is basically like a whole tin can they're inside. And so they've closed it up for the day because of the heat.
Yeah.
So next time, we're coming back, we're gonna go in there next
time.
time and check it out.
But this is the first. Maybe this is, like you said, not the last. We shall see.
Yes.
Tonight, the night sky will illuminate, and maybe we will see something, because the sky is beautiful.
Beautiful sky. And,
beautiful skies.
Yeah, we've got really lucky today. Beautiful day.
Yeah, and I got something special brewing for dinner.
Terrestrial highway. You can kind of see heading that way towards Area 51. And we understand you have to go down about 20 miles down this road. And then you'll have the turnoff. That'll apparently be a dirt road heading off into like the distance, a long straight dirt road that will take you down towards the main gate or the front gate. But you can see it's a lot of nothing out here. And we're super excited to be heading out this way. Our first time going to Area 51. And you know, we've been by here so many times, never actually gone down the road towards the gate. Really curious about checking it out and really seeing what it's all about. We're finally doing it.
I know.
Are you ready for it?
I am excited. I'm a little nervous.
I am too.
Excited.
Yeah, I'm a little freaked out about it.
I think the night sky, hopefully we see something. I got the good camera for night shots. Hopefully we can catch something tonight for sure. But I'm excited, I'm nervous. I don't know what to expect. My heart's pounding. I've always wanted to do this as a kid. Ah, here we go.
Here we go.
Whoa, as we're driving up the road on this beautiful day, you see this rock here. It's like, it's an alien head. Let's get abducted. And some extra graffiti written on this stone here, which I find quite fascinating. Like as you're driving up, I mean, I wouldn't recommend coming up just to graffiti Mother Nature, but in this area, it just feels a little ominous to see those things. And of course, let's get abducted, which I remember back in the day, oh gosh, back in the day, it was kind of like people wanting to be abducted by aliens. You know, what's it like for them to get abducted and take them to their planet? But the other movies were horrendously horrible about the abduction, so this is so surreal. Ooh, so this feels a bit surreal for me. You know, growing up watching a lot of old alien movies or movies that have tied to like Area 51, where back in the day, Area 51 was not existent, it's amazing to be here with Dave exploring this. You know, Dave loves sci-fi and all those things as well. I just grew up with movies I even wasn't supposed to watch, like those horror movies that folks that may have gotten affected by the radiation living in the mountains of Area 51. And oh my, it's amazing. It's amazing to be here.
So we think we have come to the turnoff for the front or main gate of Area 51. We're told there's a dirt road that kind of goes off into the horizon. You can see across the way here that dirt road really does just run off. So we're pretty sure this is a turnoff. But we also heard from someone a while back that claims they actually move the line in terms of how far you can go up to the gate. I'm not sure if that's true or not. They had mentioned that there's a sign that you see in the road, and we think it's the same sign we've seen in the past from others that talks about warning you'll be fined $1,000 if you go across the line into the base. And certainly we aren't even doing that at all. Our plan is to go as far as we can legally, of course. But anyway, we think that's the road and we're gonna take it.
It is so dusty.
It is this road is incredibly dusty, so just be aware of that if you're coming down. I mean, you can taste it.
Oh, I don't want to taste it.
I taste the dust. Yeah.
I don't know what's in the dust. That's
No,
what
you
I don't want to breathe in. But even though we have like the AC on, only circulating inside, and it's going through the filters, it is dust haven here. Woo! But hey, this is the road to the aliens.
Exactly. They've clearly they've put a lot of strange dust on the road.
Lots of strange
Be aware of that.
Alien dust. Wow, dude, look at all the Joshua trees.
Oh, they're incredible. They're actually huge Joshua trees.
Right?
It's much more beautiful than I expected.
I agree.
It's actually beautiful in here.
I know.
Right?
I know.
It's like a massive Joshua tree forest.
Yeah, what I'm really loving too is the skies are so clear that we're definitely going to have a nice clear sky tonight.
Yes.
So I'm looking forward to having a nice dinner after this and the skies to see exactly what we're going to see. So I think we could see something tonight. If there is some activity here, we will probably see it tonight.
Yes, absolutely.
Just don't take us.
Yes.
Please don't take us.
No, we're staying right here. We're staying earthbound. Now, I've been seeing a lot of white pickup trucks going by. The first one actually seemed really nice, right? He waved to you.
Yeah.
Right, kind of waved to us. He actually wasn't wearing camouflage.
He was wearing camouflage.
Right, and we hear a lot about these, they call them camo
drive
dudes.
slower.
Yeah, these camo dudes that apparently are hired security that actually patrol the area in the front gates to make sure nobody actually tries to go through and goes through the front gates, right? So,
and
or
I
the back, or any
I
of the
also think it's because
borders.
we're in a Winnebago, baby.
Right.
He's like, yeah, that's a Winnebago
Yeah,
shit.
see, nice. And a wave kind of nice. We'll see. We've heard like different kind of stories about the camo dudes, but we've had some sightings already, and we saw they're probably already watching us.
Ooh, be careful.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a dip here. Coming down. It's getting a little bit more
Yeah, I think
bumpy.
we need to focus on the drive.
I
and
am
maybe
focused.
This is not, we're in an RV, so remember, not a car. Ooh, whoa. Okay, so this is the sign that you were talking to somebody earlier as we were entering in. Hold on, it says, ooh, if you're considering trespassing on Nevada test and training range boundary, please consider the following consequences. You'll be required to pay a $1,000 fine. You have your car towed at your expense. You have your car, well, this is an RV, so it's an RV impounded at your expense, and you'll be brought to Hico, Nevada to be processed. And then once released, you're responsible for transportation to your next desired travel location. So it doesn't sound as if you're considering trespassing on the Nevada test and training range boundary, which I think is the front gate.
Yeah, it's not saying this is the boundary. Right, actually, you know what? There's a camo dude up there actually looking at us right now. You can see right out the window up on the hill.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so we're being watched. They're definitely following us right now. Yeah.
Oh my
so
goodness gracious.
They're probably... They're looking at us right now. They must be so used to people stopping and reading the signs. But this doesn't say this is the border.
Right.
It has to be more than that. And I know the sign, we've seen this sign in other videos going years ago. This has been here for a while.
Right.
So I think we're okay proceeding. But it is freaky because, you know, just they're looking down on us right now.
I'm not showing it as
Right, I know.
Because it says warning.
It says warning.
If you
It doesn't
consider.
say it would say this line is the border,
Right.
you'd think.
Passing this is considered
Right.
this. It says if you're considering trespassing.
Yeah, and we are
on the
not.
Nevada, and in consideration, we are not.
Yeah, we are not. We are not considering trespassing. We're just
No.
going as far legally as we can.
Yikes. Are you
All
sure
right.
you want to do that? Wait, are you sure you want to do that?
Wonder Twins power activate.
Form of
legally
an alien,
crossing.
An alien, I can turn it into something else. Shape of Wonder Twin powers. Form a cloud, a dust cloud.
Yes.
All right, maybe, just maybe, we should second guess it because he is eyeing us down.
He's definitely eyeing us down.
Because he's that, and maybe that's their tactic. So when people see this,
That's
it kind
what
of
I'm
prevents
thinking.
majority of folks from doing so. Obviously, there's a lot of idiots out there. We're not one of them.
Right.
That would do stupid things to,
Yeah, and we want to be respectful, certainly,
100%.
of the security here. But we also do want to see the gates, right?
I know. I just want to
we
see
came out here
this.
for that. So
And I feel like this is part of my childhood
Yes.
coming out to see Area 51 after they finally admit its existence in 2013.
exactly. Right.
So, yeah. All right.
All right.
We're about to
proceed.
pass this line, y'all. If you don't see this video, then you know
Yes.
we either got abducted or arrested.
Yes. Here we go.
This is the gate.
Yes.
Okay, this is it.
Oh, there's cameras all over the place.
Where?
See up on the hill,
Oh,
looking
yeah.
down on us.
Looking right down on us. And there's the camo dude.
Oh, he's right there. Yeah. Okay. So we're definitely
Not going any further than this. Oh, okay. Here it is.
Dude,
That's
this-
the main gate.
Yeah, right here. Wow. And
there's like barbed wires everywhere, crossing all over the place where you should not be crossing. There's a big warning sign that is where you're not supposed to be. There's the
it's crazy.
camo dude. He is eyeing us.
I mean,
right there.
Yeah, you have motion cameras that are following us. You have all kind of sensors, like you said. I have no idea what they are, and I'm sure if we get out there,
sound devices.
Yeah, I have no doubt if you get out there, they can hear us too.
God bless America.
Exactly.
Home free. Okay.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Don't stop.
Oh, well, I just want to give them a little something if they're listening, you know.
Do you want to go
that
out?
Camera's actually following us.
No, it's following. Do you want to go out and? I'd like to go up just at least to take a look at the border. I'm not even going close to it.
I don't want to get. Are you sure you want to get out?
I do. Yeah, we came here all this way.
But see it. It's like.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'll stay here. I'll start prepping things for dinner while you get out because, you know, if one person gets processed, at least the RV won't get taken.
All right. Make sure you drink your water, too.
No.
It's dry up here.
Oh, my gosh. He's getting out, y'all. Oh, there he goes. All right. And, you know, as we are wonder twins, it's meaning I'm going to have to get out and... Oh, God.
So, holy cow, look at the dust. They weren't kidding when they said it was going to be crazy dusty down here.
Yeah.
It's like, basically, we have now white rim tires in the back.
We do.
Right?
Well,
so what do you think, babe?
I think it's really cool to be here. You know, obviously, we want to always respect, you know, rules and things that are put in place. And so, obviously, this is an area that's highly restricted. They have the folks up top that really make sure fools aren't fools, if you will. But, you know, when you come to a place like this, when you hear so much about it as a kid, or your grandparents are telling stories and you as a kid are watching, like, you know, aliens and all these different things, it's nice to see, you know, that this is actually a real area. And obviously it has its folklores, that is for sure. And I wish it'd be super cool to see some jets just kind of flying over.
Oh, that would be awesome. That's what I really would love to see. I kind of, when the jets fly by, it gives you kind of chills.
Yeah.
Right, and I know sometimes they'll fly low across there, which would be awesome to see.
Yeah.
I'd love to see that.
Yeah.
But you can see you got, of course, the security up there, but it's referred to as camo dudes, right? People seem to say up there. And then, of course, you got the gates right here. With all the warning signs. Definitely don't fly a drone here. That seems pretty clear for sure.
No drones. Don't try and, you know, put big lenses and take photography. Just to be stupid, y'all. Enjoy it. You know, enjoy the aspect that it's here and that you can now actually take your childhood, you know, folklore and build more stories behind it.
Exactly.
And look at all the pretty Joshua trees that are here as well. So I am so excited to be here. I know you are too.
Oh, I think it's so cool.
As a sci-fi
lover.
I've
gotten funny. I haven't really thought about it for a long time, coming to Area 51, but boy, it is, it's cool to actually be here. The more we kind of started to research the spot, what it meant to come here, kind of things to look for, it definitely got me more excited.
Yeah.
Got very excited about it.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to camp, right? It's all BLM land.
Yeah.
Right? It's BLM land off that way. Now, we don't want to camp like right by the gate because last thing we want to do is aggravate certainly the security here.
Yeah, you don't want to encourage it either.
Yeah, and it also makes life harder for them. So I mean, we're going to go back certainly several miles down. We may actually head over to the back gate too.
Yeah.
I think we'll go to the back gate, maybe camp down the road there. But we wanted to come here to the front gate and check it out as well.
Yeah, and it's great. So I want to give a salute to those guys up there.
Yeah,
because it's not easy to do what they do. So I'm going to...
Probably watching us.
Exactly. I hope so. Because I'm going
to
salute what they do. And I'm sure time and time again, there's probably some idiots that take risk and do stupid things. But I am absolutely thrilled to be here. And again, that blue sky.
It's beautiful.
That beautiful blue sky. So we might have a sky full of stars tonight, which would be amazing.
Yeah, because yesterday it was high wind. It was like you had a red warning about kind of fire and things like that. And so, but today we lucked out. It's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
Because I know yesterday you had a lot of the California forest fire smoke kind of flowing through.
Oh, it was so bad.
Right, and so up here it feels good.
It does.
We kind of escaped that smoke, so.
It does, and it's less than 100 degrees.
It's
I'll take that.
It's a beautiful
less
day.
than 100 degrees. I'll take it.
Here we go. Woo! Up to the gate. This is really good. Like they say, you got the moves, and I just moved.
Well, today I gotta make you work to get here.
Yeah. So should we move it on?
We should move it on.
I love you, baby.
Love you.
All right, on to the next one.
On to the next one.
Keep it rolling.
Yeah.
I want to get to the next gate so then we can kind of get to our spot, the boondock.
Yes.
I'm hungry. I'm excited for your dinner tonight.
I have something brewing.
It's going to be awesome.
Literally.
So
So we have someone behind us right now that you can kind of see briefly through the dust. And we're under the assumption that it's a camo dude because
Well, we know there was
no other cars behind us.
Yeah, and one actually went flying by us just now, and then we got another one who's behind us. It's almost like
like slow tailing.
Yeah, because I've slowed down and they've slowed down. Almost like they're just following us here. It's a little creepy. Right? We did nothing wrong.
We didn't do anything wrong. Did we do something wrong? What did we? We didn't pass anything.
No, I'm not speeding, right?
You're not speeding.
No, I'm definitely not speeding because that other guy
was flying.
By, yeah. Oh no, he's coming up now. I think he's coming up now.
Okay, he's coming up. Maybe the dust. Maybe it was the dust.
Yeah, he's coming up. Here he comes.
Here he comes.
Yeah, it's a white pickup. Here he comes.
Oh, here comes the camo dude.
Oh no, it's not a white.
But that's a camo dude.
Yeah.
That's even scarier. Whoa! Look at him go.
Wow, look at that.
There goes that dust.
There goes the dust. Oh, there's another one. Yeah, there's a lot of folks coming out. Wow.
Coming up?
Yeah, but they're far back. You can see the dust. Like, you just look back on the road, just like dust kicking up everywhere.
Should probably mention really quick too, when you're driving on the extraterrestrial highway, there's a lot of cattle signs. As a matter of fact, we actually saw a dead one as we drove past. So just really be mindful, right?
Oh, to be very careful. You're right. Don't go too fast and keep your eyes out for cattle just roaming around, because they are roaming around here. We've seen quite a few out just off, kind of one with a baby, right?
Yeah, exactly. In the pastures, just hanging out and chilling, doing their thing. So just be mindful of them. And of course, those little gophers, little white tails, look like chipmunks with white tails running around too. I don't know the name of those. Do you guys know the name of those in sort of like this desert area? They look like chipmunks, but they have white tails. Let us know in the comments below. I'd love to know that. You guys know we're animal lovers.
Wow. Oh, wow. We made it.
We made it. Oh, I gotta pay attention. Get down.
Yeah, be careful.
Yeah, that was quite the jump. Wow.
Right? There's the gate. Look at them. There's the famous back gate.
Famous back gate. Actually, it was quite a interesting drive up this road that right in the beginning felt really sort of grimy and ominous, and then it turned into this gravel or this paved road that also felt ominous with the potholes and like the fixed, it was
definitely a rougher road than going to the front gate.
Yeah.
Right, but if you go to Rachel, if you're on your way, you end up in Rachel, you've gone too far. Right, it's about 1.7 miles out of Rachel at the little Ale-Inn.
Ale-E-N. It's almost like ale, like beer. Ale-E-N. I-N-N.
That's it.
Right? Yeah, little alien. And it's in between those two, right? It's like this is right in between the little alien and the, what do you call that one?
We're talking about the front gate or the main gate, yeah.
The front gate.
Yeah, much closer to little alien though. Yes. Yeah, it's like right there, yeah.
For sure. Oh, it's so, we're here.
We're here, this is it.
We made it.
Wow.
It's amazing how many miles you'll drive down just to experience a gate.
Exactly. And see some barbed wire.
Yeah.
Get on camera. We're just getting on camera.
Yeah, and hearing us. They can hear us.
Yes.
Enjoy all the conversations. Whoa, say, can you see by the dawn's early light?
It is amazing how peaceful it is out here.
Oh, I know.
Right?
So quiet, so serene. But at the end of the day, this is
yeah, exactly. A top secret military
area.
Base. Right. It's like, what's going on back there?
You know?
Are those alien studies for real?
Right. It's kind of where they thought about those being the studies of aliens, where they were capturing whatever happened, say, in Roswell, and maybe those devices that they said are aliens that fell to the earth. They collected them and brought them here to basically dissect it and figure out the alien technology.
Right, study their technology. So do you believe that? Do you believe it? What do you think?
Do I believe it? Let me see. I do believe that we, in such this vast universe that we live in, that we aren't the only ones here. And maybe there are aliens with advanced technology that actually were able to make it here and surface in our ozone and to be our atmosphere, actually. And to be able to, they make mistakes too. Maybe it did crash. And of course, to not alarm the American people that there is a universe outside of, or there's life outside of this universe that we live in, that they had to keep it top secret, which is why Area 51 almost felt like it was not in existence for a long time, up until 2013.
They didn't admit it until 2013, if that's what we heard is correct.
So what say you, Dave? Get up there and talk with them.
Well, I definitely feel like there is alien life out there. Do I think, say something crash landed here and the U.S. government was able to keep it a secret, say back in Area 51? I don't really believe that. But hey, anything's possible. But I certainly don't believe we're the only living beings here in the vast universe.
Yeah, and I'm not discrediting folks that say that do believe it. And I think I'm excited. We came out this direction because of all the things and folklores and things that we've, enjoyed as kids, to be out here to experience this. And the sky, as you can see behind us, let me show you guys, look at this. The sky is absolutely beautiful, clear. So I am definitely looking forward to finding a spot here where we can kind of camp, and obviously not too close to here.
Not too close. Now we want to be back away because, if we understand if you're too close, then you're making it harder for the security folks as well. So we're going to go back down that road at least several miles to Boondock.
Exactly, but we can still see some of the light
over
yonder here.
Still see.
And actually, if there are going to be anything in the sky tonight, well, we are going to hopefully see it. I think we will. I think with the blue skies clear and the good camera, I think we might.
and maybe I'll change my opinion on Area 51 and aliens, so we'll see. So you can see here is the back gate. And you can see there is all kinds of lights and security.
Don't go super close.
Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna go past the line. But you can see obviously no drones. So there it is. You see the barbed wire kind of goes right along there.
Oh my goodness.
And it's much more made up than the kind of the front area. What, babe? What do you see over there?
It looks like there's a little, well, it looks like it was a little fire pit.
Oh yeah.
Or just stacked rocks anyway. I think it's kind of dry right now, so I don't think fire should be going on. We're in that sort of zone.
Possible.
But watch
I don't
out
want
for
to
the
go
holes.
too far. Well, it goes off that way, so we can
watch out for the holes, though.
Yeah, definitely watch out for the holes.
The snake holes.
Yeah, I don't see any recent evidence of a campfire here, but
I hope if they hear us, thank you for your service.
Yes, exactly. It's interesting. There's a little like a eagle's nest or something up on one of the lights. You can see.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah,
that would be great. That's an eagle.
Wildlife finding homes everywhere.
That is our bird, the eagle.
Exactly, right?
Just so you're aware too, they have installed horns here, so to deter people from coming up, which is going to be right behind us. Let's see if we can get a close up, but that's just kind of a fun fact to know.
Yeah, you can actually see, I think you can actually see a horn right up there on that telephone pole, ready to kind of give us a welcome, or an unwelcome, I guess.
Yeah.
Right?
Show badge.
Then of course you see these motion cameras that basically kind of track you, kind of keep an eye on you and follow you as you're coming up the road. So we decided to drive several miles away from the back gate just so we weren't just too close to the security guards and causing problems for them. That's the last thing we wanted to do. So we found this nice gravel pit here to Boondock. This is all BLM land, and you can basically stay for, in many of these places, up to 14 nights in a row. And we're only going to stay for one night here, but this is our home for the evening, and actually have an amazing view over to Area 51, just over the mountains. And we'll probably also see the lights at the back gate as well. So it's going to be a fun night trying to see if we see any kind of strange activity in the sky. It should be it looks like an amazing night tonight too, just absolutely clear blue sky. So I am definitely looking forward to it. And so is Tanya. That's right. That's right. Yeah, but Tanya's cooking something up awesome. So, and we are hungry. I'm excited. She's gonna spoil me tonight with some amazing cooking. You can see we're kind of camped right here behind a bit of a pile of rocks, but right over that way, you see the sun setting. I mean, that is Area 51 off in the distance. So we've got a great view of what's going on. And actually the back gate is right down in that way as well. So we aren't so far away. And then you have down this way off in the distance, it may be hard to make out in the glare, but the town of Rachel, Nevada. So this is just an amazing spot. It's going to be so gorgeous. I mean, look at that sky. The moon's already come out, but looks like it's going to be just a clear blue sky tonight.
Are you excited to see some aliens tonight? You just finished your little snackaroozy. You just got a nice little meal. You feel that cool breeze, right? It's got a nice little breeze coming in here, back here especially. Oh, hi, puppy. Are you ready for some alien action in the sky tonight? I think you might be. I mean, if anyone can see, it's Brady with those cat eyes.
I think Bray may have some of that Area 51 dust on him too.
Oh God, there's like a ton of Area 51 dust.
I think we all have the Area 51 dust.
Tons of Area 51 dust everywhere in my teeth, just not in tonight's supper. So tonight, for supper, in honor of being here at Area 51, camping right here, a few miles away from Area 51, I'm going to be making an aliens brew stew. And so we are gonna need my leeks. Love the leek. Gotta have the mushrooms because I got something fun and creative coming with those puppies. Can't have a stew without some celery. Got some white onion coming. And of course, I got a special fun because it is the holiday season as well. Something fun with these carrots. And if leeks weren't enough, some scallions. All right, we're gonna slice up 3 celery stalks. Nice and diced. Got to have the potatoes for stew. Aliens love potatoes too. Aliens, aliens love potatoes too. But it always tastes better when it's in Tanya's alien stew. Now, the main ingredient for meat-wise tonight is Angus beef. And usually you can get like a spicy breakfast sausage that you can kind of ground sausage. In this case, I'm using just regular ground kind of pork sausage mixed in with that. And then I'm going to add my own seasoning in here, which is that Cajun style, so I can spice it up how I like it. I'm not super spiced, not a super spicy girl. Dave likes his spice, so I want to make sure I give him just enough, but then always enough where you can add later. Oh, and did I mention while you're way over there, this cute little sign here we picked up, which is why my knives are not here right now, because it actually works with the magnet, but we picked up right before hitting the extraterrestrial highway at a really fun spot, actually called E.T. Beef Jerky, something like that. E.T. Beef Jerky, made by E.T. and Grogu. Garlic is life. Italian seasoning. Perfectamente. All right, let's get that tomato soup. Condensed tomato soup. French onion. Oh, the French onion soup is the best. It was so delicious. Oh, delicious. Especially in the alien, extraterrestrial highway stew. Get that beef broth in there. Yes, brothy, brothy. Do your thing. Yum, yum, yum. Make the aliens sing. And then I'm going to pour a nice little bit of water in there. Perfect. And now we just take the top and we put this on and let it do its thing. Put that on about 3. It's going to be delicious. So, all right. I got going on here. I'm making my alien mushrooms. Yes, it's a spaceship. UFO mushrooms. So what I basically do is I just whole white mushrooms. I chop off the bottoms. I'm making a bunch of them in there, and I'll just show you if you're curious. I just kind of give a little carving around the top. Kind of show a little, spaceship. That's what I do. Give it a little dimension. And then all I do is take a straw, and I punch a hole right through that. Boop. Like so. And then typically, to get it out of there, like that. And I do that all the way around. And then when I'm done, it looks like this. And then after the, I'm not going to put this in just yet to the stew. Let it kind of do its thing for about 1.5 hours. And then I'm going to drop those in there. Just soaking on the flavors. And then into my mouth. UFO, Area 55, right here. Area 51, right here. Alright, so I am now going to add in the spaceships. I'm going to pop in those spaceship mushrooms. That's not a spaceship mushroom. That's an extra one. That's what I'm hoping I'm seeing in the sky tonight. That would be super cool to see. Spaceship mushrooms in the sky. Oh, wow. That is it, y'all. Look at that. Full of flavor and veggies and potatoes. And of course, look at the flying saucers. Yes. So I've already broke bread. Not just really those nice rolls that we got that were just baked yesterday from the store. It's going to be great in that sauce. That is delicious. Delicious. There's so much flavor. The Italian seasoning's coming out of there. The onions. Of course, I'm going to love my little spaceship mushrooms. And the bread. Dave, you're going to love it. Well, what do you think?
I'm going to sop up some of this beautiful broth in here. It's really flavorful. You did it, babe.
Yay.
Alien stew.
Alien brew stew.
Where are the aliens to join us?
I
Come
don't
on.
know.
We're waiting.
I know.
We're waiting for you.
I think they're inside here.
Yeah,
My
babe.
flying saucers.
Apparently eating the aliens. We ate aliens. And it was good.
The first time.
And it was good. Wow.
This is so creepy.
It's really creepy. The moon is like blaring tonight. You can see shadows everywhere just from the moon.
I mean, look, it doesn't snow.
I know. Holy cow.
And you guys may be able to see this better than us, but look how he looks with the stars behind him.
Right?
And Milky Way is directly above us.
It is. You can see that going right
You can see
across.
it going right across.
That is so cool.
So it's a clear sky, so I'm...
And you can
Oh
see.
my God.
What do you see?
Whoa. Whoa, Dave. There was a
Shooting star?
I don't know what that was.
I missed it. Darn it.
Oh, I don't know what that was.
Well, this is getting interesting.
I am not playing around here.
I believe you.
Holy shit, Snickles.
I missed it. And you can see that's right over to Area 51.
Yeah,
There's
it went.
South, the back gate's right over there.
It
So
went
you were
right from there towards the moon.
Holy crap. I missed it. I can't believe I missed it.
Oh my God, Dave.
I think we kind of just stay out here a little longer then and see if we see something.
I think that's a good idea.
Wow.
And I got the right lens on for it, so I'm gonna turn around so you guys don't have to stare at us in the dark talk. Let you look at some of the light. So it looked like, honestly, like over there in that direction, see the lights off in the distance? Well, that is the lights to the back gates of Area 51. And it clearly looked like a stream went right from here over towards the moon, then disappeared off to the back. That was freaky. I'm scared. I'm scared.
Welcome tonight at Area 51.
Oh my God, let's grab a seat and stay close to the door.
Yeah.
I just heard coyotes or dog?
I just heard something too.
Right?
But yeah, there's definitely some kind of critters around here.
For sure.
We know it. We saw that snake earlier, so
Oof,
we know
don't
this.
even
Yeah,
bring
I
it
know.
up.
Just want to be careful. I
Yeah.
can't believe how bright the moon is tonight.
It's unbelievable.
Right?
The sky is just wicked amazing.
It's wicked awesome.
It
As
is.
we'd say in Boston.
It is. It really is like.
And I still can't believe what you saw. Like,
I
what was
know.
that like? It reminds me of like when we were at the Conjuring House camping outside.
Oh God.
And you saw that streak of light going
Don't
across.
remind me. That was
Right.
so
I
creepy.
mean, was it like that?
It was kind of like that.
That is so weird.
It was kind of like that. It kind of went towards like the moon and then towards the back and then gone.
Wow.
I don't know. Maybe my mind could be playing tricks. I don't know. Like it wasn't clear, but you know, you
Right.
saw it. I know I saw it. And of course, it's like so strange when you have like. Right now we're looking off into the distance and you can see the lights just blaring from the back gates.
Yeah,
of
you
Area
see the
51.
back gates, and then of course where you saw that light was right over where Area 51 is. You know, right over probably that the secret military base.
Yeah, and it really is pretty wide coverage. So like right below the moon, I mean, you can kind of see some light bleed from the back of that, which kind of tells me that there's some activity going on. And you never know. Like you never know what experiments are going on back there. What are they testing?
Well, I know. I'm sure they're testing something.
Is it really like, UFOs? Is it some sort of hovercrafts that kind of shoots it?
Some
I don't
kind
know.
of laser beams.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't
Beam
know.
me up, Scotty.
But I think we should just sit and enjoy.
I agree.
It's a marvel. Like when you don't know what really is out there. Like what unknowns are out there. And then now we're at night. Now this is like if there is anything up here with this kind of sky, we should see it.
I know, and it's so
And if
quiet.
you see something behind us that we're missing,
Yeah, let us know.
if it's something good.
And
Because
if you hear something, let
bad,
us know too.
yeah, well, you know.
Ooh, the stars are out.
They are in full effect with the Milky Way above us. I love you. This is so
Love you,
cool.
baby. I want to see that beam of light. Come on, beam. Come on back. Come on back, beam.
No, pour yourself a couple of
Don't look up.
strong bourbons. You'll get a beam of light. that noise?
Sounds like a car going across
Like dirt road.
Yes, sounds like dirt road, yeah. And this one's actually, now there's one coming.
We are!
I think there's one coming down the...
You know I got a knife. Hi, someone else.
Yeah, there's one coming on extraterrestrial highway here too, I think, which isn't too far off.
Yes, y'all, that is a steak knife.
Yeah, it is. There it is.
I'm just saying. Woo. It is getting cold.
It is getting cold out here. It really is.
I know.
You really kind of tell the difference between up here and kind of the high plains.
Yeah.
Right. You can tell you're a little bit higher altitude here because it's very cool.
It really is. Now we've been out here for a couple hours, and outside of that really creepy stream of light that I saw, kind of ducked behind like the moon and the mountain area, I was hoping to see some flying saucers, and I didn't see the UFO flying saucers.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a creepy night. A lot of like strange noises and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's been more on the ground. we're like,
exactly.
what's that noise? What's that noise?
Oh,
right. Right. And of course you've had like different kind of cars driving around some down dirt roads and things like that. And kind of what is that going on?
Yeah, for sure.
But nothing. I have not seen
a
anything.
UFO.
Yeah,
no UFOs. But I have
to
to say this: if we were to see like UFOs, in my mind, it would look something like this. Whew. It's definitely getting a little chilly. I think I'll throw on this, which is nice. Actually, putting on jacket weather. This is going to be so cool, Dave.
Oh, it's going to be amazing.
This is going to be cool.
Look, it's an absolutely amazing night.
The sky is beautiful.
That's crystal
clear. We're going to see something. This is cool.
Oh, it feels good.
Oh,
wow.
it does. Wow, unreal.
It's amazing.
What a beautiful sky tonight. Moon is shining.
I can't believe we're looking over at Area 51 right now. And
I know.
and
It's
the
right,
sky, right? It's
right
all
there.
there it is. Wow. You can actually see the lights at the back gate and everything.
Oh, see, you got the moon off to the left. I mean, with this sky so clear, if there's something out there, we should definitely see it. We're looking right off over Area 51.
Yeah, no, you're right about that.
Right?
This is the spot to be in.
And you hear all these sounds.
Yeah.
It could be planes, or could be something else looming. I don't know, but when the
I've heard
dark,
a lot of rumbles. There's been a lot of rumbles.
lots of rumbles out in that sky.
Yeah, and I can't see anything yet, but I hear stuff.
Well, we didn't see anything, but hey, it's still an absolutely beautiful night, and I'm so happy that we're here.
Yeah, me too.
Cheers, hon.
Cheers, baby.
Oh my God.
What?
Oh my God.
What?
What are those? What are those things right there?
What is that?
They're just hovering. Oh my God. Oh my God, that was crazy.
Crazy. I can't believe it.
Hi, are we okay to film ourselves? Yeah. Good morning, did you have your breakfast? Your breakfast. You ready for the next adventure? Oh, yes. You ready? Princess pad, you found the princess pad. Beds are made. Ready to start the day? Ready for the drive? Ready for the next adventure, Mimi? Good morning. We're here in Nyland, California, and we're at a RV spot called the Fountain of Youth RV Resort. And it's a super cool spot. We wanted to kind of decompress on our drive before exploring today's adventure. And it's really cool. They have real hot mineral springs, hot tubs. They have mineral springs bath and all rich minerals. We sat in there last night, and you can come here and camp and enjoy it. But they do also have long-termers. Now it's pretty empty right now because the snowbirds are gonna all start migrating in. So today we're gonna explore a city that has its own true reputation. It's sort of a city that has no rules except for what the city folks that live there make up. And it's called Slab City, sort of the last free place on earth, if you will. I'm not 100% sure as to why that is. It's on BLM land, and usually on BLM land, it's 14 days max before you have to move. But in this particular city called Slab City, you don't have to do that. People will make houses of whatever they can find and claim a piece of land there, and that is their dwelling dwelling. So we're going to explore that. We've read a lot of different, things about it, some mixed reviews. Some folks said, hey, I'm warning you not to go there, especially with your RV. But I always feel connected with people, with Mother Earth. And I think if these folks are going out there, it could feel like that hippie sort of vibe, if you will. They just want to live free and do what they want to do. So we're going to go out there and explore that, cautious, of course, being first timers going there. But we want to just kind of get a feel for what this place is really like for our own eyes, which is kind of how a lot of things that we've done in our travels and adventures we've done anyway. That is what we're going to do today. So I'm going to grab some protein bars. That sun is just gorgeously blaring in my face. We gotta have some protein bars. We gotta finish up that second cup of coffee and let's hit the road. Ooh, I'm really excited, but I'm also really nervous too as we're getting closer to Slab City.
Well, I've heard so many different things about it. Some people are like, oh, don't go there.
Slow down.
Don't take
25.
your RV. Yeah, slow down here. And other people said, oh, it's really cool. You gotta check it out. I mean, I'm super excited to check it out. I think it's gonna be really cool.
Yeah.
I'm excited to meet some of the folks there. And also just staying overnight and really experiencing what it's like, sleeping overnight at Slab City. I think it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, and looks like there's a border patrol.
Yeah, right here.
There.
It's interesting. Right over the train tracks.
Wow, that was kind of interesting. See, that's a little eerie because we're super close to the border.
We are not that far from the border.
Wow, Highway 111.
Right by Salton Sea.
Salton Sea.
We're getting closer. We're really close.
Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, I was so looking at the Border Patrol thinking, okay, well maybe he's scouting out whatever's on the train. I didn't hear exactly all the stuff you said about your excitement and nervousness. Say it again for everybody.
No, it's more just we've heard so many different things about this place. We were talking to some folks last night saying, I wouldn't take our RV there.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend
it.
Right,
and of course we're doing it, right? And I'm super excited to experience what it's like there, to stay overnight. I think this is going to be a super interesting place, something unlike anywhere else, I feel like, really in the world, certainly in America, when people talk about the true lawless city. So what does that really mean?
Yeah, and we actually had some folks too say, it's the best, great experience, really good people.
Exactly.
So there's that mixed feelings about the place versus others, and maybe the folks that are saying that it's the best have actually been there, and the folks that aren't what they read online. So I feel this is a great way for us, like we always do, and I mentioned it earlier. We're the kind of folks where we like to, especially if you hear that, we need to make our own decision.
Absolutely.
And so going there and meeting the people, I just feel connected. I'm all about that good energy. And I feel like going to a place like this where they just want to live their life and just enjoy it the way they want to enjoy it versus all the rules.
Exactly.
Welcome to the city of Nyland. Population 1,274. Where everybody knows everybody. Up to this little sort of hut here, and that there, it actually looked like a once upon a time a Vegas sign. It says welcome to the fabulous Slab City, California. Just like an old sort of bunkerish type thing. And then across the street, y'all, I'm not going in there. Looks like someone's chilling. But you got some old cars that say Slab City on it as you're kind of heading into. This is their own kind of their signage, let you know you're kind of approaching Slab City right over there. Wowzer. All right, let's continue on. Oh, it's the world famous Slab Art gift shop. Oh, Dave, this is very sandy.
It is sandy here, yeah.
So let's see if the gift shop is open. This is all amazing. Really willing to learn about this.
I see a dog there.
Here. Oh yeah, barking dog, a pit bull.
Let's see if it's open.
T-shirts, let's check it out. Right off the back, y'all, welcome. So Jimmy J, he's in the house here. Rock and roller all night long. Y'all know, I used to be a lead singer in a rock band, so that's how I'm feeling. But it's kind of the first stop on our, adventure here in Slab City, and I love the energy already coming in. There's all these beautiful dogs, just, letting us know they're around. But then there's one that I'm going to pet because she's just looking at me and
Maggie.
Yep, she's looking at me and she's hopping through ready for attention. But can you tell us a little bit about, I love this spot here.
The reason why we have a lot of dogs here is foster dogs that are strays around here. And we get them fixed, neuter, spayed, shots, rabies, microchip.
Oh.
And then I try to adopt them out. I put them on the board up there. I'm getting ready to put 3 more dogs up for adoption. They're ready to go.
Oh, so you take care of the spaying and everything else, then you kind of get them adopted.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah,
that's pretty sweet.
Come to the store mostly.
Oh, that's pretty sweet. Well, I'm loving this. So can you just tell me some of the things? This is some of your designs right here, right?
Rings here with real stones. These are copper wired ones for 10, and I also make them with sterling silver for 20, and then I also make my own bracelets.
That's cool. Leather bracelets.
Leather bracelets on my own clips, out of wire as well. And I hand stamp keychains and make earrings and necklaces as well. And then we also were a co-op, so every table here's got other artists on it.
That's sweet, and it's kind of the starting point. So it's good energy coming right in, so they can get a feel for all the good things you got going on here.
We also have t-shirts. That's one of the things we're known for. And then we have small, medium, large, and extra large available. Clean ones in the box always. And this design is designed by Rock and Roll Randy, my other guitar player. And he's got the GPS coordinates on the side right where we're standing. And they're all screen printed on heavy cotton shirts.
What do those go for?
They go for 30 or 2 for 55.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
And Tabs does all the work on this table. She's a single mom out of Brawley. And she makes the hand-painted magnets on the door there too as well.
That's pretty sweet.
And then we have the 4 stickers available here for $5 each.
Oh, that is sweet. So what brings you to Slab City?
I'm a traveling musician, and my school bus broke down 7 years ago, so I made a permanent camp. But otherwise, I would normally leave for the summers and come just for the winters.
Yeah, okay. And it's just a place to kind of do
It's
you.
a place to chill, yeah.
Chill.
Do art.
Play music.
Play music. A lot of musicians come here for the winter.
That's cool.
We have a lot of jam sessions that go on.
Oh, cool. Do you guys actually, so jam sessions, is it on a weekend kind of vibe thing or a weekday or just whenever you feel?
Me and my guys, we get together here on Fridays and Saturday afternoons starting next month until like the end of March when it starts getting hot again.
That's
As long as the
cool.
weather's nice.
Yeah, that's
And
cool.
then, Saturday night, the Range does their open mic
I
party.
read that.
We sometimes play over there too after we play here.
And what kind of rock and roll? Is it classic rock?
Yeah, we
Is
do
it...
classic rock and blues, but at the Range, you can see any kind of genre. There's all kinds of people. Anybody can get on the list. It starts at sundown.
You know, I might have to join and put a little soul.
Yeah, so that's pretty fun.
Well, Tina Turner vibe coming at you.
And everybody stays on until everybody gets to play that wants to play.
That's really cool. Well, thank you very much. I'm gonna have to sneaky peek some of this good stuff because you know I like to support the local vibe. So I'm loving it. Thank you. Beautiful. Is she beautiful? Yes. This is Maggie. A rescue here. Beautiful. Very friendly. Hi, girl. Beautiful. Beautiful. Absolutely. So adorable. Wow, Dave, that was super cool.
Yeah,
Meeting
super cool.
Jimmy James, kind of kicking things off here, just shows the energy of the people so far. I mean, that's the first person we met, but boy, his energy was spot on. Love the fact that he's a gift shop. He's a former rocker. He's been really making a place here for himself in this lawless city. And it's just peaceful.
Yeah, super welcoming, and I love how they're making crafts and things like that because they're really kind of cool crafts. And that, look at you,
Yeah,
I like that.
I got a labradorite
Yes.
ring that he made himself. And I have to say, you know, y'all know we are animal lovers. And one of the cool things he does here, you see all the dogs. You saw Maggie earlier. She's one of many that are in this little sort of vitrine that he has back there. So we donated some money because he actually does the spading for these dogs and neutering. And then he actually puts them up for adoption so we can adopt them here, which is just amazing because he says they get a lot of strays. So, man, this is already off to a fun, great start, huh?
And I'm ready to head to that mountain.
Oh, the mountain off in the
You see it?
distance.
Yeah, it's like stands out like a beacon.
It
It's
does.
huge.
Let's go check it out. Wow, Dave, that is so cool looking.
It's unbelievable.
Designed by one person.
Wow.
Just really put this together. Like, God is love. All right.
Yeah, I can't believe that.
Always curious as to why here there's no 14-day rule. It's just what it is. Do what you do.
Well, so originally this was a military base.
Is it okay if we film?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, coming
this
over.
was a military base originally, called Fort Dunlap, in like World War II, about. So they had gone and were in the war while like the whole platoon that was here was out. They had taken down the buildings but left the slabs. So all those people that came back from the war that didn't have anywhere to go, because like back then it was like, for some reason, you know how it was in the military, the vets just didn't have families or stuff anymore. Like people were really like disregarding them. So a lot of them came out here where they knew and just kind of set up shop out here where all the slabs were and such. And
It kind of
from
expanded.
that point on, they just kind of established their own place. And this is federal land and like semi-state land. The federal doesn't really care what we do out here, just because if no one's bothering the land, then
Of course.
then there's no problems.
Yeah.
But I don't really know exactly why they never did anything about that.
It is interesting because I normally on BLM, It's like after 14 days, they make you kind of move.
Yeah.
But it's very different here. Maybe
Yeah.
because it's just been here like this for so long.
I know people who were like born and raised out here. I'm about to have a kid out here.
Wow.
Some people have been living here for like 30 years.
Wow.
40
Really
years.
kind of made it seems like an amazing community though. It's like
It's
just folks that
definitely
really
a
come out
community.
and just want to be free, their own,
Yeah.
make their own, you know, I wouldn't say rules because it's kind of lawless. Just kind of be at one piece, not have to worry about the...
It's semi-lawless. We do still deal with the law, of course, you know, but like when it comes to like the simple things like robberies or like, you know, beating each other up over dumb things.
Yeah.
The cops don't really care for that. But when it comes to like, you know, murder and like, you know, drug abuse.
Obviously,
Yeah.
Obviously they go and they put their say in. But other than that, it's not really lawless. We do have our rules. We just, you know, like...
Right, it's like your own
You take
rules of
them
the
how you
land
will,
and everybody
you know?
knows each other, so it's like the
Yeah.
respect. And if people, I would assume if I were here and this is kind of like your family all across the board, and if somebody's coming in doing something they shouldn't be, well, the family gets together and says, well, you got to go.
pretty
You know what I
much,
mean?
Yeah, it does happen.
Wow. What a
Unbelievable.
great, you know, stories to hear from Sassy, the young woman that's, you know, now a Slab Cityan.
Yes.
So
No, it's amazing, just the community,
Oh, big time. And you can actually walk in here,
right?
as long as you stay on the blue.
Stay on the blue.
Kind of avoid the,
Don't go on the ridges.
don't go on the ridge sections here.
And not past the paint cans.
And not past the paint cans.
So this is truly incredible.
I know.
Right, the story of Leonard Knight coming here in 1986, you know, and just started building this,
Yeah.
right, out of basically clay and soil from the
hay.
mountain and hay, and
Yeah.
just over 25 plus years kept on adding to it and adding to it. This is what we have today. It's incredible.
It's unbelievable. And the stories we've heard from Sassy and some of the folks already where, you know, this was kind of his baby. This was where it all, you know, resided for
Right.
him. And it just took on its own life after that. And he actually resided not too far over there in
Yes.
a truck. And a lot of the vehicles we'll see around here as well, around this mountain, pretty much from what Sassy was saying was they croaked. And wherever they croaked, that's where they resided. And so
And then
he
he'd
took his
paint
own,
it and create art out of it.
creating
Yeah.
art out of it. But this is amazing, and it's just interesting. You can almost feel the energy of this
Yes.
little mountain. It almost reminds me of like the home tree of the Avatar.
I know, exactly.
home
This
tree.
is
This
home
is
tree
home
of Slab City, it feels like.
So we can actually have here, there's all these paint cans. So this is kind of now the borderline where this is the end of where you can go. But once upon a time, you see these steps that kind of lead you up the mountain. It's closed for repairs right now due to flooding and things of that nature, which has definitely worn it out. But they were able to climb up on those rocks up there and just really be connected with the mountains. But not right now. It's kind of closed for repair. But this is neat because you can actually walk close enough to it and just see the artwork that's been put into this. And there's a gentleman now, because Leonard unfortunately has passed away. And what was a really fun story to hear about him was they said if he didn't have to go into a nursing home, he would have just died right here because he was just that connected with Slab City. So this is kind of inside of Leonard Knight's place where he stayed and resided. I think once upon a time back in the back they had some clothes folded on the bed back there, but just unbelievable. And then you can see the roof. Might not be able to see it well from here, but the roof is definitely gonna need some repair. So they're in works of trying to restore that before it goes. But what's his home base? Based in this truck right here. And it's unbelievable to think about how you could live in this sort of climate and sustain. It's super hot, you know what I mean? And without the proper insulation or things of that nature. I'm sure he made it work, but boy, oh boy, very interesting. Oh, Slab City. Welcome to Slab City. You see all kinds of RVs here that are broken down or just built from scrap and metal. Someone has even a fenced in yard. So you got some folks out there is collecting scrap that might be out there as well. But there it says Slab City, the last free place. It's almost like a bulletin board with things in there as well. Wow, this is unbelievable. Looks like a trading circle up ahead. So if you want to leave something and trade something, that's really, it's a little gnarly. Whoa, look at that piece truck, all kinds of mirrors and crystals on it. A lot of artistic vibe going. Oh, you've got a basketball court right here with clothes and gear. There's a skate park, it says, and a library up ahead, Dave.
Right.
The library up ahead. This one's got their whole little fort fenced in over there.
It's amazing what they kind of built up, you know, they kind of just put together to make their homes.
Mm-hmm. This is the spot that they were telling us about here called The Range, where they actually have open mic on Saturday nights. And I think this is kind of where the community comes to huddle and enjoy, but take a look. Wow. Dogs must be on leashes. There it is right there, the range. Open mic, Saturday nights. Wow, let's take a quick look at this spot here. Oh, I'd have a blast. Just kind of come in and, oh, nice. Looks like a longhorn type skull. A lot of collections of hubcaps here. Oh, that's got great seating. They have things for camera equipment to film their open nights. They have donation boxes and you can kind of share your town here. So it must be a lot of fun. Hot dogs they got going on, burgers, a whole vibe. Love this. Oh, being in the outdoors and just everybody's connected. And one way or another, they're all connected. That's amazing. Wow, this is the Church of Enlightenment here. Oh, there's actually a little fire going on inside right now. Enjoying a little fire. Be here now. Oh, I love it. That looks like an old well up top there.
Here.
Wow. All you need is love. That's right. And be at peace. Oh, wait, Dave, stop. I saw a sign back there that said acupuncturist, sex therapist.
Oh, okay.
Let me just take a quick look. This is a souvenir. All you need is love. It's just like, it's called the Tower of Enlightenment. And all these different birdhouses here. And wow, Dr. Spencer's Bird Sanctuary and Botanical Garden. Oh, I love it. Donations, gifts, souvenirs. Ah, I can smell the fire. An acupuncturist. Oh, that's what I need right now. A little acupuncture, an herbalist, and a sex therapist. All right. Love it, but closed right now. The Church of Enlightenment is closed. I love these little sayings here. Family rules. Always tell the truth. Keep your promises. Use kind words. Do your best. Say please and thank you. Laugh often, which is a very good point. Try new things. Show respect. Take care of stuff. Love no matter what. Oh, and of course here's like the souvenirs and gift area. And the Tower of Enlightenment, the birdhouses and feeders. Wow, amazing. So he makes birdhouses and feeders. This is cool. I think we're heading in the right direction because we were told many times to check out this spot here. I'll zoom in on that one. House of Dots and East Jesus, which is a really great area to check out. So we're heading down right now to check it out. Now that looks like, is that an old, oh, that's an RV. You know what it looks like at first? Way over in the corner there? I thought that was actually a train.
I know, me too.
Like a train car.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, is that a train car? Like, wow, how'd they get that there? But it's an old RV. It looks like it's really been converted. There's a wood door in it and just...
I know, look at that wood door.
Wow. All right, on to East Jesus and House of Dots. This road closed straight.
Yeah, so we go left.
Wow, Dave. So we made it to the House of Dots. Oh, I love the artistic nature. The moment you walk in, a lot of cool vibes, colors. Hey, look, it's got two kitties. It's like our kitties. Hello. I am well. How are you? Hi, Dot. Hi. Are we okay to film ourselves? Yeah. Come on in. The water's warm.
I'll turn it here.
Oh, just don't you worry about. I'm the editor. Hi, I'm Tanya.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Tanya.
It's my husband, Dave.
Nice to meet you, Dave.
Yeah.
Right on,
This
sweetheart.
is cool.
Oh, thank you.
Can you give us a tour?
Sure.
'Cause I don't know where to start.
Okay, well, I do this every day.
Oh.
So, got the art shop up in there.
Oh. Ooh.
But it's really more than that.
Oh, okay.
So,
Hold on.
On the entrance or on the exit, either way, because it's
Okay.
really more
Yep,
amazing
okay.
art.
Amazing
Oh,
art.
amazing
Excellent.
art. Okay. See,
Amazing art.
we're following the leader,
I love it.
Dave. Amazing art.
This is my pool room. That's supposed to kind of look
Oh,
like
no
the
way.
ship, right?
That is so cool. See, she's got the
yeah,
water
holy
in it,
cow.
ready to rock.
Yeah. And this stuff up in here.
Oh, I love this. Thank
And
you.
then that back over here, when you step in there and look back that way, that's like my studio area with the like current.
Oh yes, with your art hammock.
Yep.
So this is where you can, if you don't have like, it's like your creation station. So if you
Yes.
can't, it's like you're having a blockage going on, just jump in the hammock and then you feel it out. And the pool. That's true. Pool first, then the hammock.
Creation, I love creation stations.
You want to get in
They're
there?
a great little
Yes.
tour.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah, get in there with
So
the camera.
this is the. Look at this amazing
The
art. Oh,
kaleidoscope
look.
eyes,
See, look at that, Dave.
Yeah.
That's my jam.
The
See.
kaleidoscope thing.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, that's cool.
Yes, I just finished her. Well,
Yes.
finished, it's always a possibility I might do more.
Wow. Oh, that's amazing. Wow. Oh, she's beautiful. What's her name?
My daughter's gonna name her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I sent it, and that was just what I did.
Yeah.
Told her around, and she's like, "What's her name?" And I'm like, "You want to name her?" And she's like, "Yes, I'd love to." She'll get back to me on that one.
Okay, so she'll
Yeah.
get back to you on the name.
And I'm working on these.
Oh.
Just got done with a whole huge bead project, and then somebody donated me their garage of unfinished projects, right?
Oh,
You get a lot of
cool.
stuff. But I've come up with this fun little, you see this right here?
Yeah.
So to make this, I had to cut, I used these pins, which they're not pins, they're used to make pendants, right? So
Yes.
it has like a little ball on the end, but it worked great,
And
like
it
the styrofoam,
holds.
right?
Yeah.
So I cut them to about there. And another thing that I hate doing is when we're making things like this, that you gotta cut your long wire into a bunch of little short ones.
yeah.
It's just, it drives
Tedious.
me nuts.
Yeah.
Well, it's more than like, what a waste of wire, you know? And so this time I ended up with a cupful because of all the pins, so many pins that took.
Oh, yeah,
If
yeah,
anybody
yeah.
asks me how many sequins are on there, no idea. A lot.
Enough.
A lot. A lot. And then if you really need something, you can just go down in the wash and get clay.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah,
make your
yeah.
own little doomahickeys. I got a whole
This
bunch of
is
them.
cool.
So it's a whole loop around type of maze. That's why we called it that.
This is cool.
This
Oh my
taxidermy
gosh.
dinner party. So this is what I would call my artwork.
Taxidermy.
So it's immersion, installation art piece.
Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, okay. This is like the reversal here where the deer and the hunting the humans.
Oh, right.
It's verse right and says, oh, look what I got over here. It's like,
Dinner
yay.
is served.
So who do we have at the table?
Well, we got young Buck, Uncle Buck, and Grandma Buck.
Look at
Right? And
Grandma's.
young Buck, he's actually bragging about having shot this guy. He's like, it's so easy, man. He's sitting there filling up his gas tank. I'm hiding behind a tree. I blasted him right in the face.
Oh,
And
my
you got
goodness.
Uncle Buck over here. Dude, we do not need to be so violent. We can ethically resource humans from all sorts of industries like the drugs and prostitution rings. And you got Grandma back there, just feed me.
That's how you make a good dinner party, right?
That's right.
Come fancy or not at all. Oh, that's
So it
super
keeps
cool.
going back that way towards the
Oh,
Barbie
wow.
horror
wow.
house.
Barbie
and
horror.
My version of the future of mankind.
Oh, uh-oh, uh-oh.
Yeah, the Barbie horror house it's a whole epic series. now.
Yeah.
And it starts with these three guys going on a road trip.
Okay.
And they're millennials texting and driving and drinking and driving.
Yeah,
and
she's
all
like,
the
she's
bad
like getting all the
stuff.
good air
That's
blowing
right.
through that skirt.
Right. Yeah, man. She's like, air it out if you have to. So they find this old, just abandoned mansion. They break in, they're partying, they're having a good time, and they find these dresses. Oh, let's play dress up. One of them falls down the stairs, and they come down here to find her. Of course, they didn't put their dresses back on because it's the horror house. You'll see the name of it over there. One of them becomes Pig Girl.
Oh,
The other
okay.
one becomes Horse Girl, and Horse Girl runs off to find the police. We found the guy who's been kidnapping and eating everybody. You need to come help me get my friend. She's back there holding him down. They broke his femur and his collarbone, and she's got him contained, right?
Whoa.
Well, the police officer looks at this bitch and goes, we're going to 5150 her. We don't know what she's talking about. Then one of them becomes a very Dr. Moravian type of individual, making all these wild beasts out of human beings. I genetically alter them, like daddy, like daughter.
Oh, okay. Little demon mixture.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, well, a couple of them look really hot and pretty, and others are just like in their own way, like,
right.
okay, the spawns of
right.
you know who. The geisha girls, like
Yeah,
they're
cage fighting.
Yes.
cage fighting geishas.
Oh, my goodness.
That's so rad. I see you got some beautiful little kitties pictures.
I used to tell people all the time, maybe true, might not be, I don't know, but that my grandma was reading that, my great-grandma was reading that book, and she named my grandmother that, and then my grandmother...
Oh, cool. Where's the ruby slippers, though? You should have something like
There
just
are ruby slippers around. There's one set here. Which can you believe I found this? What?
No way.
It totally came in just a bunch of stuff one time, and I was like, and they're like...
That was like calling you.
Where did you
I'm
find
getting
it?
like chills,
It
like
was
the
in
goosebumps.
like all of this stuff comes from donations from people that just need to get rid of stuff.
Yeah.
You know,
Wow.
this is my doll collection, and these guys just
Oh,
came
this
in.
is
Aren't
cool.
they spectacular? Okay, they were broken when they got here, and at first I was like, I could put them back together, and then I was like, nah, man. So he's supposed to be playing his banjo.
Yeah.
But he's like hitting on her. He's like, come on, baby.
Yeah,
She's like,
it's
eating
working.
It up.
It's working.
She's
You see
eating
it.
up.
It's working.
And then their hands get to go together.
Well, we know why that's happening. It's because Cupid.
That's right.
See,
Exactly.
Cupid
That's
just
Cupid.
kind
See?
of came up there, and
Yeah.
I saw a book collection in there. You read a lot of books.
I do. I
that-
was an English major.
Oh, so is that a library? Can I?
It is. Get up in there.
Oh,
It's messy. The shelves have all fallen.
Boy,
over
put on
because
some
I'm
pants.
not-
What are you doing? I know it's hot, but put on some pants,
Don't
boy.
even get
Whatever
upset
happened to
about this. Yeah, this guy.
Put
Where's
on
the
some
torso?
pants.
That's my dickhead.
Dickhead.
I used to have a pair of dickheads, and somebody bought one. Believe it or not.
That's funny.
Everybody needs a little dickhead in their life.
That's really cool that it was.
That's so
Oh,
funny.
wow. Oh, this is cool.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now it's my personal book collection. But my book collection got left behind at my sister's house.
Ah.
I had a library in my house of like all of my favorite books. And when I would travel, I would find an old bookstore and find a book that spoke to me from the book. So it didn't have to necessarily be relevant to where I was or anything.
Yeah, and you got your own little reading nook back there.
Exactly. So this little area up in here, it's like a little bed that you can get up in there, but it's now it's just covered in
Yes.
books. But normally it's padded and everything.
This is cool. Oh man, this is so cool.
You have an incredible place.
I love it.
How many years have you been, say, building this?
5.5.
Wow.
Yep. Well, it'll be 6 years in February, so.
Wow, 5.5 years.
Yep.
Rocking out here in Slab City.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Now watch your head.
Okay.
This is one of the things that I'm doing with them, is I'm making a floor.
Oh,
So this will
cool.
keep going across, right? So I'll stack them, and then once I get this whole thing across, I'm gonna backfill it with sand, and then it'll come all the way out. I think I have enough bottles to
cool.
do this whole area. And what's really fun is these bottles have little hearts on the bottom of them.
Oh, cool.
I've been talking about this forever. People are going, finally, she's doing it.
Yeah. So look, the wall,
Oh,
the
that's
floor
cool, like
of
an anchor.
bottles is in the works, y'all.
Right.
Got
It's
like
in the
an anchor
works.
there.
Oh, that's cool.
So I started paying attention to that when I started drinking the kombuchas, and they all have something on the bottom.
Interesting.
Because you're supposed to flip it over one time and then back up to get all the probiotics up
Yes.
in there so you
yes.
can drink them.
Yes.
And that's my bone collection called the Skeleterrarium. So you got to go up inside
Oh,
here.
okay, Dave, come on.
Another immersion trailer. Open
Come
the
on.
fridge.
Oh, this is cool. The name
Oh,
one
yeah.
more time is called the
The Skeleterrarium.
Skeleterarium.
Totally made that up.
Whoa, that is gnarly. The
Right.
mermaid. Where'd you find her? In the toxic?
That was actually.
She was hidden in the toxic, wasn't she, out there?
I'm gonna do that. Take her down to the Obsidian Butte
Yeah.
and like hide her and see how many people see her. Right? But yeah, a good friend of mine got that for me. And
That's cool.
I don't know the artist who did those, but they're spectacular.
That is so amazing, Dave.
This is where all the bones are.
Oh, even more bones. Oh, wow.
Oh, this is cool. Whoa.
Wow.
Any new projects that you worked on in here?
If things get added all the time, that's why it's so full of stuff.
Look at the dog head tray.
Oh, my goodness.
Right? Good boy. Where's my soda?
Right? You look in the fridge behind you.
Oh, I'm
The
afraid.
fridge. Okay, Dave. All right, you first.
Very
Ready?
afraid. Ooh, ooh. There's
Oh,
quite an
cool.
assortment in here.
Oh, look at the snakes down there. Ooh.
Right? As long as I don't move, I'm okay.
Right? Dude, one
Yeah.
of the last
No movement
scorpions-
allowed.
The last scorpion somebody brought me, she's like, I think I might be pregnant. And
Oh,
I'm like,
no.
oh, that would just be perfect.
Yeah.
I had a scorpion and
With-
I have
with
a bunch of babies.
babies.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's a lot of babies that come
We've
with
had.
that.
I think they do. I think
Oh,
they
yeah.
just, it's like spiders, little tiny spiders.
Yeah, they all go on
Yeah.
mommy's back.
Mommy's back.
And they
And then when
go
they're
for a
ready to
nice
go,
rest.
they
I'm so
just
glad
kind
I
of.
have not seen that. I've seen the wolf spider, you know how they'll
Oh,
do that
yeah,
too.
yeah, yeah.
I've actually seen one of those in Ohio, and it
Yeah.
is just as creepy as
Yeah.
you expect. It's like not
The wolf
good.
spiders,
No,
they're
no, thank you.
huge.
No.
Look at this. Look at the glow in the dark ones.
Yeah.
Oh, this is cool. Oh, look at these guys, Dave. Look
Oh,
at these guys.
Just in time for Halloween.
Just in time. Kooky, spooky, spooky, spooky skeleton. Spooky. Ooh, look at this one in the look at this wooden one in
Yeah.
the coffin.
Yikes.
Oh, look at the Dave. You gotta get the one in the tub. Look at the one in the tub.
Oh boy. Oh, yeah.
And did you see this painting? If you move just ever so rightly, he turns into a skeleton.
He turns into me. Oh, wait.
Ah, that's true, dude. That does look like you.
Wait, those are my glasses.
Dude, is that you? I'm taking a picture of that one.
No,
I'm putting it. That is
That was a
you.
bad joke.
But that looks like you, dude. We're in a camper, so we travel around. We love that whole idea of just being off and going on to your thing. But most BLM lands like 14 days and bye.
Yeah,
Right,
they're
yeah.
on top of you about that stuff.
Oh,
Big
nowadays.
time,
they
right?
big time.
Like, it's not something to be messing around with anymore. Yeah, that's a big part of it. I was traveling in a pretty good sized rig like yours. I mean, not insane, but the money starts adding up. You can't really be out there for free.
See, y'all?
No,
See,
especially the
it's
gas
not
prices.
always
No.
as cheap as you think.
It's not.
Yeah,
It's
especially
not. And
gas
even
price.
like the last trip I did was down the coast, and I think it was like $1,000.
Jeez,
But
Louise.
it was like gas, food, sleeping for free, and rest stops, and
Yeah.
the gas.
The gas.
Yes.
The problem. The offset is that there's no jobs here, so you have to
Right.
be somebody who's a bit of a scrapper of
Yep.
some kind, somebody thrifty, and
Oh, he's open to it.
ingenuitive,
Open to be a part of it and
Right.
learn and
Exactly.
dive in. We first came in. First person we met was Jimmy James.
Yeah.
Super cool. And so I had to gotta support that. And there's one of his little rings there.
that's
Just
nice
kind of had to
little
get that
ring.
little,
Absolutely.
labradorite.
Yeah.
And just going on in, and I love what he has done with the dogs. I mean, we're huge, huge lover of animals, and that he
has ended up with some real nuisance doggies over there.
yeah.
So are those are those solar panels hooked up?
Oh,
It's
cool.
about 700 watts.
Oh, cool.
Yep, and then it's kind of a Frankenstein system. I've got a little bit of better system with lithium batteries nowadays. And
Okay,
it's like
makes
they're
sense.
such low resolution. They're up on top of there and you can't even see them.
Oh, cool.
Okay, yeah.
Don't even ask how this plane got out here. Sort of a little bit of a Burning Man vibe sort of feel here. This plane that's kind of propped up and got its own thing going on here. And this is the one thing here you don't want to touch, but there's an old plane just propped up here in Slab City. That's really cool. All right, we gotta go keep exploring this amazingly odd place. Love it. So right now, y'all, we're in East Jesus, is what it's called here. Really amazing, kind of cool installations over there. There's one over to, oh, stop, dude, stop. Gotta show them that. It's a cat. The cat that says, no, just take it out the window and show them that.
Okay, here we go.
Hi, everybody.
Hello,
Take it out there, yeah.
All right, there it is.
There it is.
Good vibes.
Good vibes all day long, baby.
Looks like you got the ghost from Ghostbusters that will like kind of give you kind of, what is it, the blob or
Slimer.
something? The Slimer.
Slimer.
I think you got the Slimer.
Slimer, that's his name. Ah, awesome. And I love this, this is really neat. You got these bottles, all these glass bottles in shape of a star. And it must oh man, that must look really cool if you're looking down at it from the top. See all this like reflective light and then all this kind of like junk for some folks, but art for others. Just look at that over there. Wow, that is pretty cool. Man, that just, oh my goodness gracious. I mean, seriously, look at that. That's like vodka bottle over there on the ground, shaped like a star. And then, oh my goodness gracious, is that the cool, back off, little bug. The coolest thing I've ever seen, Dave. It's an alligator car, a lizard.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a lizard.
It's like a lizard car or
Look
something.
look at the bead work all along the corners.
It's unbelievable.
Unreal. That is insane.
It says, I want you to enter. Aliens and dogs welcome too.
Wow. And it goes back for a long period. You can
Right.
go check that out, which is super cool. Oh, I thought that was a real lady over there.
Oh yeah, there's almost like this fur whale or something off in the distance you can see too.
Oh, this is cool. May the force be with you. Dude, that's so cool. You got BB-8 rocking up on top of that. Oh, no way. The Sith. And this is Barbies. The Barbies of hell. Oh, you gotta love that. Look at that. Whoa, mama. I mean, this is just... It says vandals will be used as target practice. You heard that. Don't come here and vandal. Come here and enjoy. I love this. And this is a place where it's welcomed to touch things. And you want to give donations, which we will. I mean, because this is amazing. Talk about being able to express your art. Oh, is that an avatar? That is an avatar right over here. Amazing. He's riding his Banshee. That's super cool. Oh, wait a second. This almost looks like Han Solo. That replica of Han Solo when he was kind of like plastered in. Oh man, this is so cool. Wow. It's one thing we've met a lot of coming through here are the artists, and that their passion and to be able to express it freely out here. No one telling them how they can create or how much of it they can create. Oh, that looks like something from Beetlejuice. That looks like the monster from Beetlejuice, you guys. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Oh, Galactic Police Patrol. Oh, let's head on back to the Galactic Police Patrol. Got the buggy. Love the different artwork and pieces on that one. This is pretty cool. It almost reminds me of Mad Max. Ah, Raggedy Man. Oh, Raggedy Man. You're welcome, Raggedy Man. Tech, you guys, this is a wall of TVs. So they actually put looked like wood inside there and painted on those to create this vision, which is absolutely super cool and stunning to see this in its own right. Wow, remote control, look what they've done to me. Whoa. This is crazy. This is your only window to the world. True that. Oh, and who are you? Hi, good to see you. Whew. Well, that about does it for us. Try to get as much of this place soaking in as I could see and share with y'all, but boy, 96 degrees, blazing sunshine in my face. Whew. Just saying. All right, this has been so much fun.
I know, it's been incredible.
Yeah, let's go right on by. Giddy up.
House of Dots.
Get on up.
Wonderful, yeah.
Get up. Get on up. Bye, House of Dots. Time for us to get settled now since we're going to be camping here in Slab City.
Yes.
Find our spot to camp. Dave and I figured we'd just give you a little preview. It's one little spot, which could be a fun little nook, huh, Dave?
Absolutely, yeah.
Right?
Got this in case little flies come by.
Yeah, exactly. Those bombers, they call them here.
Yeah.
bite you up.
But it's amazing, amazing view up here.
Right? You can actually
You're up
see.
at the top of the Slab City.
Yeah.
Slabs.
The slabs, and this is kind of our home for the evening here. There's Desert Snow right over there. We're kind of in the mix of it all. I'll enjoy a nice evening. And wow, look, Dave, you can actually, the sun's gonna set right over in that direction.
See, you can see the sea over there.
Yeah,
right?
the Salton Sea.
Salton Sea.
Off in the distance. And of course, over here, you guys, this is Chocolate Mountains. Off and behind that, you'll probably start hearing them maybe a little later on, maybe now. There's like bombing going on back there. So you heard it earlier.
Today,
but it's right behind there at the Chocolate Mountains where they kind of have that practice sessions going on over there where they're dropping those off. And then of course, right over in this direction, this is a good view. You got the canal, which is kind of like the Colorado, that the Colorado River flows, the remains of it. Yeah. So
all
wow.
From Lake Mead and well above that.
Ooh, yeah. Before it gets too dark, let me just kind of give you all a little quick little tour. So this is a bathroom built all gifted material, fun, full-on shower, and it has a hot water tank, which you don't need right now, but it's great. Love it. And of course, an outdoor sink to kind of wash up. And then of course on this side, okay, that's the bathroom. That's as far as we'll go in that one. Woo-hoo.
That's a good one.
Oh, that's a good one. And it kind of goes on and on. You know, Mojo's got a lot of great neat little pockets here.
Exactly, yeah, actually multiple bathrooms. This one has running water though, which is pretty amazing.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, I think, what do you think?
I think we kind of head back, you know, the sun's still a little hot now. Maybe kind of head back to the camper van and cool down a little bit.
Cool down a bit, and then maybe prep some din din.
I like it.
I got something special on the menu for tonight, you guys. Something special indeed. I'll tell you about it in just a second. So if you did not know, now you know. There is a campground right here in Slab City. Mojo's Camp, safe for families, pets, RV camps, vans, tents, campsite here, hot showers, flushing toilets, kitchen and barbecue, grill, laundry, Starlink, internet. Yes, y'all. Indoor outdoor games, alcohol, no drugs. Okay. So tonight for dinner, I'm calling this Slab City Tacos. And why is it a Slab City Taco? Well, because as I was thinking about what are we going to have for dinner, I'm like, well, we got some taco mix. I got some turkey mix. We got some guacamole here. I got some of these tomatoes I can shave down. What I've been using, some lettuce here. What I've been using for our salads. We got some taco seasoning mix. I have a bunch of them in here. And I got some little red onion to throw on that. Kind of like a smorgasbord of deliciousness. And that's what the folks here at Slab City do. You know, from what we've noticed, if you've seen throughout the day, they find whatever they can. One person's junk is another man's treasure. Well, one person's leftovers is another girl's concoction in the kitchen. So we're making Slab City tacos tonight. Let's cook. Oh, and before we get cooking, I got to give a big shout out to Denise. Thank you so much. She sent us a bunch of really cool things, aprons, tablecloths, and she said in her letter, don't forget what she said something like, you know, you get what you wish for. In other words, she just made a whole bunch of different things here, but not only making them or bringing them to us, giving them to us, she's got this right here, Let's Turn It Up World. It's stitched in here, and she made us some cute little table mats as labeled Let's Turn It Up World, one Dave and Tanya, and I love this because it's super cute. Look at this. It's got the little ebony princesses on there with the Afro beauties and pockets. So, you know, filthy pockets. Filthy hobbits pockets. I love it. So thank you, Denise, so much for this. This is super cool. You know, I'm always in the kitchen cooking. So, you know, when I have time to wash laundry, I can rotate between these amazing aprons. Thanks, Denise. So now that I got the prepping out of the way, the prepping station, we're just gonna put that turkey meat. And I use 93%, so it's not as fatty. Normally I'd use 85% just because I know it's gonna soak in all those juices nicely. But what I'm gonna do is let this kind of cook down until it's brown. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of water and my taco sauce in there as well, which should be nice. Bon appetit, Slab City Tacos. Now, I got actually hard shells and soft. So I think I'm going to do one hard, one soft for now.
Sounds good to me too. Thank you, baby.
Right.
So Slab City Tacos.
Slab City Tacos.
Now, what makes them Slab City Tacos?
The fact, like I said earlier, the fact that you just grab whatever you can find in the refrigerator and you make your own concoction. It's like whatever they can find on the ground, they build houses out of it.
So you found this on the ground?
So no, I did not.
No.
I found this in the refrigerator.
I'm kidding. I love you. Give me a kiss.
I hope you enjoy.
It looks
Just pick out the rocks.
Smells amazing. Yes, I'm very lucky.
Yeah. So hey, give this a shot.
Oh, yeah.
We have lots of meat in here.
Lots of meats and cheeses.
Lots of meats and cheese. Let me just put
Load
this
it up,
here.
yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm excited.
And then, of course, you're going to top that with guacamole.
I like it. Nice little turkey meat.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Perfection.
Thank you, baby.
You're welcome. I like this. You know this. Hands are washed. So I'm going to grab my lettuce. Going for that
Throw it
salsa
down.
one. Throw it down. Got the cheese. Throw it down.
Throw it down.
And
cheese.
Turkey meat's nice. We like making it with turkey meat. You know what I mean?
Nothing wrong with turkey meat.
Nothing wrong with that. And to top it, these amazing little cups that you usually have for tacos and chips from Costco.
Right.
They're dynamite. Guacamole, just kind of throw that right on top.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Perfect. Thank you, baby.
You're welcome.
Do it.
And then you roll, roll.
Roll.
Rock, roll, and throw it down, baby. All right.
Ready? I'll do it on this one, too. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Love you, baby.
Love
Bon
you.
appetit.
Bon appetit.
That tastes really good, babe.
That is some dynamite Slab City
That's
tacos, baby.
Just some really good tacos.
Hey.
The best Slab City taco I've ever had.
The only Slab City taco you have.
No, but it's really good.
Maybe we'll catch a sunset after this.
Oh, yeah.
Not sure if you guys can see off the back behind Dave's head, but it looks like it's coming
Going
down.
down, yeah.
Looks pretty. And there might be a comet tonight.
There's supposed to be a comet in the sky, so we're hoping to catch it.
Fingers crossed. After some tacos.
Right?
A full belly trying to run up here.
Anywhere the slabs either.
Exactly. Exactly.
Right.
Check it.
Yeah, this is almost a high point of the
And there's Yoda.
slab,
Look
right?
at him. Look at Yoda.
Hi, little man.
Hi, Yoda. And then hopefully tonight we should see a comet.
Yes.
The same one that's happening, the 80,000?
Yep.
That's what we're hoping to see, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it really dark here at night?
Yes.
So, yeah, you'll probably have an
Oh,
amazing
yes.
sky then.
Dave, if you kind of look off into the center, you see that?
I do see it. It's amazing.
The comet. Is there a name for that comet?
There is a name,
There is a name.
and I don't know what that name is.
But that looks amazing. And
That is.
unfortunately, we're getting a little bit of the light bleed from the moon.
Yeah, the moon is really bright tonight.
But wow.
Yeah, you can still see it though.
Dave, so tell me about this comet.
Well, apparently it only travels by us about every 80,000 years or so.
Wow.
Apparently that's the last time it was seen here is what I'm reading about. That's crazy.
Good morning from Slab City. Having a morning cup of coffee, just going for a walk around Slab City here. And this campground that we're at here, we're just kind of off boondocking in the Slab City desert, if you will. I have to honestly say, I didn't get loads of sleep last night. It was kind of warm. And boondocking, we didn't want to run the AC all night, so we kind of slept with the windows open. And honestly, I did not know what to expect coming to Slab City. But from the moment we arrived to this morning and catching the sunset and sitting around what they call the dining room table and meeting more of the slabbers, they call themselves here, Slab City locals, it's been amazing talking to them, hearing their stories, their heartfelt stories, and why they're here, what brings them here. And 9 times out of 10, it's the freedom and also not being judged by the societal norms. So hearing their stories, some have made it through drug abuse and addiction and just wanted a change in pace. And everyone out here seems to know everyone, and it's all about community and connection. And I have to honestly say, people were telling us, hey, don't come, I wouldn't recommend going out there, especially with your RV. But then some folks are like, oh, it's not a bad place. They're just great people. It's just, you look around and you see what they've done within it. It almost looks like a junkyard, if you will. But when you actually involve yourself in it and speak with the community, that junk that you see like around here, it becomes something like, wow, a childhood dream of building your own lifelong fort, if you will. So Mojo here has been here 9 years, y'all, and has done such an impressive piece with her land. And it's just amazing to sit down and have coffee and connect with them on a level that most will probably never do. So I have to honestly say we really, I don't know, there might be some bad apples around here, but all the folks that we've come across have just been absolutely genuine and most amazing human beings you ever want to meet. Walk with me really quick. Let's show you some of this. So a lot of this here too, a lot of people were former or artists. You'll see some of these murals like this guy right here, almost like the Lone Ranger. I mean, they did this mural here. They found old collectible pieces and just made it a little mural here, Western vibe here. Got the lights around it. They built these little huts, if you will, or barns or storage facilities here. But if you look around, a lot of it's like they've collected a bunch of junky items and they're just going to repurpose and rebuild it. They have a fire pit over here that's propane that they've made. They try to make this more of an entertaining area here, as you see. So there's like life-size chess pieces, checker pieces. There's a foosball table over there. There's a pool table over there. Jenga, they got cornhole. So it's a whole little development that they have going on here. And I wanted to show you guys this last night, but we got here pretty late. And here's just another working piece. They're gonna call this some sort of, hangout place where they're using all these sort of like tarp pieces to block out the sun to keep it nice and cool here. And Mojo, when she took on this property, she came here, she said years ago, she was actually on her way to a harvest host job. It's been 9 years she's been here, and stopped here for what's supposed to be like just a week, 2 weeks, and ends up turning into 9 years. And she just loves the whole freedom vibe of being out here. It's kind of the last free place on earth, if you will, and just really made a life for herself out here and has really connected with the community. Like they really bond with Mojo, and all of this that you see here, even that beautiful, fun little, is that like a sunflower or something to that effect on that mural, is all hand done by the people of Slab City that have come together. They even helped her build that little tower you see there with a widow's peak up top, where we actually got to catch a sunset. And this morning down, I mentioned earlier down below, got to enjoy a sunrise with some of the locals that are over there. Now, we are respectful. A lot of them don't want to be recorded, which is why we're at a distance here. We ask for permission if they would like to, and some don't. But man, you never look at junk the same way when you see what they've done with it, all the donations and the pieces that come out here. Hey, and I just want to mention one last thing as I'm making my way back to Desert Snow and a second round of coffee. When people say that this place is lawless, well, it has to conform to the laws of California, but I also believe within this place, California leaves Slab City alone to deal with a lot of their own issues, if you will, their own community, if you will. It's their own. So there are rules that the community here will put in place for certain things, like, they won't allow, like pedophilers or things like that as well that try to run from society to be here. Well, they will not allow them here because there are children here, and they really protect the children here from just some of our conversations. And certain folks that might be really bad apples, that might be abusers or something to that effect, well, they will not allow that here either. So either from what we've heard, they'll either ask them to leave, or the community comes together and they force them out. And that's just the way it's been here in Slab City. So yeah, even though it's lawless, they still have their own sort of lawless in a sense that California doesn't really bother, state of California doesn't really bother the folks of Slab City as much, and it allows them to deal with their own issues, unless it's something really extreme, like I'm sure murder or something, or someone dies. Then they probably would step in. But I feel like they've allowed them to sort of create their own rules for within the Slab City that protects the people of Slab City. It's good to have those conversations because, right out the back you're thinking, is it lawless? They can do whatever they want and blah, and not get away with it. Well, they don't want that, which I think is why it's such a great community of people that look out for each other here, and they keep an eye out for things here. And so it's definitely kind of grown into its own community. And when I'm looking at like a lot of these shelter places, and I'll ask like, where are you guys sleeping? And a lot of them have like almost like a day bed, if you will, that gives them connection to the outside. And then they may have a broken down RV that's sitting next to them that they redesign and repurpose that they can go into if they need to escape whatever elements or weather elements. But it's just, I know I'm talking a lot here, but I've been really impressed by talking with the community here. And yeah, I might want to come back with Dave and just really dive in to see more about this community, learn more about the community. And when you talk to some of them, like you saw Momo, Momo, she had a she was a data analyst in her past life and done some incredible things. And just when she lost her job, she said she lost it for the last time. And she came out here because she just wanted the freedom to be able to do what she wants to do, create what she wants to create, build what she wants to build, and not have any issues on her piece of land and not being judged by it. It's really amazing. And I hope you guys really enjoyed coming into this experience with us as well, too, because we really enjoyed sharing it with you. One last thing I forgot to mention to y'all, especially since I mentioned the kids. So yesterday, Dave and I saw driving down the street here a school bus that dropped off some kids. And so we asked some of the locals, like, oh, that was a school bus dropping off some kids. And they said, yes, the school bus comes, picks up the kids, and takes them to school, and then after school brings them back here and drops them off just like any regular neighborhood. I mean, it's not a regular neighborhood. That was refreshing to hear that the kids are out there still getting their education in school. I'm sure some are probably being home trained, homeschooled. But yeah, I was like, wow, okay, there's a school bus dropping off kids, okay, and taking them to school. That's cool. Here's a Slab City hostel. Looks like different type of rigs occupied. It's like a little building, a shed, car off in the back, and maybe you're just gonna park your own vehicle here. Here is Cafe Ponderosa. It's also a place you can have a bite to eat. You can camp if you like. Pretty neat stuff. Ah, that's neat. There it is there. Cafe Ponderosa. Cold drinks, the ultimate off-grid experience. Campsites available. Woo! Woo!
Good day, everyone. Welcome back. We actually just left Slab City and drove down here to what has actually become, unfortunately, a real toxic lake. And this is the Salton Sea. And we're at a place that used to be a resort town here. It's Bombay Beach. And of course, the water has receded over the years significantly, but this place has incredible history to it, Bombay Beach. And we're gonna explore that today, but this area is absolutely incredible.
So here at Bombay Beach, right, I'm seeing these like statues bring us back, right? So the pelicans and the fish used to be, you know, all rampant around this lake here. And as a matter of fact, before we get into that, the elevation is negative 236 feet below sea level. Wow. And so much has receded since then. But the pelicans and the fish were just running rampant around here. The pelicans would eat the fish. People would just enjoy fish. And all of a sudden, because this lake has become so toxic, the fish started drying out and dying off. Pelicans probably died off as well, and then some that got smart decided to move on from this toxic lake here. And it's just become this really kind of graveyard of installations. You see here, there's a couple of campers. There's actually a camper right down by the water over there, as you can see. And then, oh my goodness gracious, look at that. There's an airplane up there. We'll probably check out a military truck over that direction. It almost feels like a little Burning Man vibe here, but it's just receded so much. And from what we were told is that it's receding over about 2 feet a year, which is pretty massive. And there's Dave. There's Dave. Whoa, oh stop, you gotta stop right here. Stop right here. Wow, look at this. And I like the address, it's 777. I gotta pop out and check this out.
777's right
Hold
there,
on.
the porch view.
The porch view. Wow, this is neat. You're on the beach here. 777 is the address of this spot, and it's called the porch view. You probably have no idea what I'm talking about because you're looking at me on this end, but check this little installation out. It's so cool. Oh, look how kind they are to the mailman. Left the mailman some beer, and a little package in there. How cute is that? All right. And I'm not sure I'll mention this, but I'll mention it again. But if you need a charging station, not real, but here's a high voltage Tesla charging station here right on the Salton Sea. Electric charging vehicle station. That is a hoot.
Oh, wow. Look at this nice yellow door here. Who could be behind it? Hello? Who's here?
Who is it?
It's Dave.
Oh, Dave! I just cleaned up the place. Come on
Oh.
in. I just cleaned up the place
Very
today.
nice. Guess this is the doorway here.
This is the doorway. I already have a few guests over there, but welcome to my humble abode. I'm
Very
trying
nice.
to get things cleaned up. Unfortunately, there's just miles and miles of toxic water. So, you know, I'm just trying to do that. But welcome to my humble abode. Welcome.
Well, now you can really see as we get down to the water's edge and just the beach here. And apparently if you walk the beach, what you tend to feel under your feet, and we haven't actually tried this, but we understand that if you walk the beach, you can almost feel kind of the crackling of old fish bones that have been kind of laid out on the beach. I've had so many fish die-offs over the years, and it's not even clear to me how much fish is actually still living in the lake. The salinity of the lake, the saltiness of it is actually more than 50% the saltiness of the ocean. And as time has gone on, it gets more and more salty. It used to have, I guess, quite a few pelicans and bird life here. A lot of that bird life has since left. You see a few scattered birds around now, but I got to tell you, the place definitely has a smell to it and odor. It's pretty kind of stinky here, not pleasant. It really is tragic to see. Now, this lake was formed apparently back in 1905 as part of the, there was essentially a waterway developed to divert some of the water flow from the Colorado River into agricultural uses. But then what happened was those waterways overflowed during a high season of the Colorado River. And it took, I think, almost like 2 years or so to actually stem the flow of the Colorado River into the lake. And so the lake really developed at that point and then really turned into, over time, into this resort area. Like this Bombay Beach area was a resort area where folks like Sinatra and Bing Crosby performed. But of course, this is all changed, and that is well in the past.
We've come across here in Bombay Beach, the Bombay Beach Estates, now abandoned. You know, around these areas too used to be quite a bit of flooding back in the day, but of course now with all the receding of the water, it's just drying out. So this is what's left of the Bombay Beach Estates. A little bit of rubble here. Inside, just a wasteland of graffiti. And hey, the structure still stands. Pretty impressive, but boy, that's just one big old wasteland. Let's see what's over here. Yeah, you can kind of see some couches in there, a little graffiti. Almost stepped in some dog poops, watch out for that. And it kind of goes down a little bit of ways. Here's another one called CE. See it written on top of the building, but it's also looks like it's been abandoned. So a lot of these have been just abandoned on the way in this wasteland, which used to be once a pretty popular area. I'm sure Dave mentioned to you that it was Frank Sinatra and the Rat Pack would perform down here at Bombay Beach. So it was popping and jumping. But now it's just left for the pigeons and junk. Oh, look a little closely. I just noticed there's a skeleton kind of upside down, just hanging out. Wow, he must have been really having a good time at that party. Ooh-wee. Ski Inn, world famous, the lowest bar in the Western Hemisphere. So I think the food here, babe, I think the food is going till about 7.
I think that's what you said, right? 7 o'clock?
7:30. And then at bar, so it closes at 2:30. So
Right.
it should be fun.
And it seems like everybody says you got to go here.
Yes.
So we're
every
going
person.
here. We're going to try it out.
Wow, so it's really cool, Dave. You walk into the ski bar, and the one thing you notice all over the place are these dollar bills, y'all.
Yeah.
Dollar bills.
They're all over. We got to put one up
We're
somewhere.
gonna leave one and take a picture, and then if you see it, make sure you tag us in it. We left to know that you've been here, and actually you could sit where Dave is sitting. He's gracing the seat of food royalty.
Yeah, I don't
Foodie
feel,
royalty.
I'm definitely not worthy at all for this, but apparently Anthony Bourdain sat here. The reason why I can say that with confidence is that I'm looking at a photo right now that shows Anthony Bourdain sitting right here, and apparently he came here in an Aston Martin and ordered a patty melt.
Yes.
So we're getting patty melts.
We're getting patty melts. And
Gotta
of course,
try it.
I'm a huge fan of, like, you know, beer battered shrimp.
Oh yeah.
Gotta have the scrimps, you know. So we're gonna share a little bit of that and dive in and really kind of soak in this place. I mean, everybody, like you said, everyone that we asked, where should we eat, pointed us in this direction.
Oh, here. Come
There's
here.
a reason for it, right?
Exactly. And of course, we're getting a nice little
Oh, half and half, baby.
house-made iced tea with a little lemonade,
Exactly.
courtesy of Jimmy. Thank you, Jimmy.
Thanks, Jimmy. Woo! Yeah. See, that hits the spot.
Oh, yeah,
right?
it's good.
Right after walking on that Bombay Beach, exploring all the different sites out
really
there.
Cool.
Make sure you wear your sunblock, y'all, and lather it up, because it just gets you like,
I know.
woo, it hits you like crazy.
It does. Very strong stuff.
Oh, the
wow.
shrimp. Yummy.
Holy smokes.
The rest is coming out.
Oh, thank you
That
so
smells
much. That looks good.
Smokes.
Wow.
That does look amazing.
That looks wonderful. Look at the sauce. You got the coleslaw in there. They got the French fries, which looks pretty tasty. Ready to dive right in, huh?
I'm ready.
Ooh.
I think you have to do the honors on this
Oh,
one, though.
thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. You pick it and you dip it.
I want to know if it's spicy.
Oh, boy.
Well, it might be. Really good, huh?
The cocktail sauce is just dynamite. French fries, nice and potatoey. The shrimp. You don't like it.
It's good stuff, huh?
You will like it.
Really? Oh. When did that happen?
Crunchy skin. You can eat it all.
That was good. That was really good.
Super tasty, good flavor. And that cocktail sauce.
That was good.
In wall right up there. Let's turn it up world right there, you guys. So if you are coming here, find that, take a picture and tag us in it. We'd love to see it. Let's turn it up world. Woo, woo. Well, it's officially arrived, Dave. The famous Anthony Bourdain approved patty melt.
Yeah, no, let's do it.
All right,
I
together.
wonder if I should put some of these pickles
Oh
inside
my
it.
goodness gracious.
Maybe I'll start it without it first.
Oh my gosh, it's just like, oh, cheesy.
Cheese is very cheesy.
Cheesy and delish. All right, here we
Cheers,
go.
baby.
Cheers.
Oh, wow. It's good.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of good flavor in that.
Right?
And the cheese.
Yeah, super cheesy.
Wow.
I love the grilled onions too. Really nice. I'm gonna put some pickles in there.
Definitely do that. And that buttery,
Oh yeah.
buttery bread. Ooh.
Buttery delicious. Maybe I'll throw a little pickle in this next bite.
All about that first bite for me.
And the second bite, and the third.
Those are good too, but for me, it's all about that first. Just, woo. Oh, this is great. Great layover, babe.
Cheers.
Cheers. Here we are. Looks like it's just self-information. No one's there, so park at your own. Oh boy, Dave.
Yeah, this place looks completely empty.
Very much so.
Yeah,
There's a section that's closed. Camp
Yeah, can you really?
51 to 105 is closed.
Can you even get into here? What's interesting, I had actually booked a spot for us here, but this place looks, right now it looks freaking abandoned, but looks like it is open. It's crazy. I haven't seen anybody. Looks like it's down here in
Down here.
140.
Oh, there is
one.
There's somebody down there.
There is one here.
Wow. We have a neighbor.
Yes.
Potentially have a neighbor. And there's
Look at this
restrooms.
place.
This would probably have been something like an
Yep.
amazing spot, like
Right?
years and years ago. It was probably jumping.
Exactly. But now you can see what's happened to it.
Crikeys. It's
And it's hot. It's really hot
hot.
today. I don't know. I definitely want to check out the campground.
yeah.
But wow, shocking. There's one other. This is a whole, and there's a lot of spots here.
120.
Yeah, we're actually on 140, so we keep on going down.
Keep going.
So we
Here's
have,
the neighbor. Hi,
looks like
neighbor.
we have one neighbor.
Hi, neighbor. Oh, hi.
Is it crazy? And it's a really nice campground.
It
It's
looks
like,
really nice.
wow.
We're really at the end.
I know, we are down at the end here. All right, right back. Oh, that way. There you go. Perfect. Right back. You can come back. Nice job. Perfect.
Woohoo!
All right, nice job, baby.
Ooh, it smells.
It does smell here, yeah. It's definitely.
Thank you. There's a bit
Kinda.
of a smelly smells here.
It definitely is, yeah.
And it's so humid. We're not used to the humidity.
I know.
What about
I think it'd be
humidity?
fun to check it out. I'm still
Yeah.
not. I know we have this spot tonight, but
I'm not convinced I want
I don't
to
know.
stay.
Yeah, the smell
It
kind of.
seems cool, but that smell is really rich. It's
Yeah.
rich, and that's got to be from like the
Right.
dead carcasses that are,
I know, and I know there's a path down to the beach. Maybe we'll walk down a little bit and just check it out.
Yeah, that's a good
See
idea.
what it's like.
Okay. Yeah, do we plug up and get some AC
Yeah,
in there?
definitely
for the
plug
kitties?
up, yeah.
All right, cool. Oh, there's a sewer too,
You got like full service here.
and water, which I don't know if I'd use.
Very well, but I'm not gonna mess with it too much. But
No, just be careful.
this is where you're happy to have a surge protector.
Yeah, and there's a weird spider web in there, so be careful.
There's a weird spot. Here we go. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Ooh.
Oh, don't take that. Oh, Mike's going woo woo.
We got power. Let's see.
Power.
All right. I guess I should plug it in. That'd be helpful.
Yeah. Do you want to turn it off again? And
No, it's okay.
Oh, okay, great.
All right. Let's look at the surge on it. Looks like it's good. Got the light.
There it is. Boom, boom.
We got power. That's nice. Look at the AC going for the kitties.
Actually now walking on the beach, and all this crunching sound that we think is sand or rocks, those are actually bones. Those are the bones of some of the leftover fish carcasses that have died here. You can just see them all lined up all along the ground here. That is so eerie. So there's some restrooms over here to the right of us.
Yeah.
But they're not even open. They're actually boarded up.
Yeah, that's crazy. Look at this.
Whoa, they're boarded up here.
Now, I won't go into the ladies' room, but the men's room, well, actually, the toilets are right through here.
Ew.
So this is like, this place is seriously feels abandoned.
If somebody says hello,
Yeah.
see
And then,
you
of course,
later.
the women's room right there is behind that
There's a little
plywood
sliver
door.
in that, so.
But this place is really feeling abandoned in so many regards.
Totally.
And it's amazing how far you are away. I mean, probably years ago, the beachfront was probably much closer. Now it's really, you can say it's way down there. That's really far.
And there is this
From the
smell.
campground.
There's just this smell.
Yeah,
It
this-
smells a little.
I know. It's not very
It
pleasant.
just smells like dead fish.
Exactly.
Not super pleasant for sure. And then there you got a nice train rolling by.
Right.
I mean, it seems like it once upon a time was a really cool campground. It probably still is cool if you're looking for that little remote spot here. It is a
Yeah.
state park. You do have power if you need it.
It is
And if you're in an
pretty,
RV,
like,
you
yeah.
don't necessarily need to use their restrooms.
Right.
And it's pretty.
But it
to
does,
look
you're
at.
right, it has a smell, and it's just, it's strange too being the only, we have like, look like one other RVs here, and there's a lot of spots here, right? So it really does feel abandoned.
Yeah.
Even though it's not, right? Because you can actually book this through the California State Park reservation system,
Yeah.
which we did, so we have a spot. But I don't know, I'm not really feeling too great about this spot for the night.
I know.
Right?
I was totally thinking this could be it.
Yeah.
'Cause look, but I'm thinking the beach would actually be closer.
I know, look at that.
Look how far that is.
See that right off in the distance.
Way out there. Can I zoom in just a
Yeah, try to
smidgen
zoom
for you
it.
guys? Just give you a little, I mean, this doesn't zoom much, but give you a little idea. Whoa, it's way, and it's still not showing much of it. It's way down there just to get down to the water, which is not necessarily a good idea to get in it. I mean, we actually
No.
talked to a gentleman that's been living here, 40 something years and says he swims it all the time and still alive. And I'm like, well, we haven't seen you glowing yet.
No. I mean, from what we understand, it's obviously toxic to the fish and things like that. The fish have all died. Even the tilapia, apparently. For a while, the last surviving fish we understand was the tilapia. But now we understand that most of those have died off as well. And so you used to have a lot of birds here. Used to be a great bird sanctuary, and those birds seems like have moved on.
Yeah.
Right? Unbelievable.
It's kind of really creepy if you look down to see all of these we're crunching on old fish bones,
That is strange.
right?
It's amazing just how many fish apparently must have just died as the water got more and more
I know.
salty and polluted over the years.
Oh my goodness gracious. And it looks absolutely like it really does look like it was beautiful at some point.
Right. It's like a relic from the past at this point. I think we need to find ourselves a pool.
I feel that.
Right, I'm just
Trying
feeling.
to take a dip. I'm like, so.
Yeah, after this day of like
I
being
feel the
down.
salton sea on my skin.
Exactly. I feel like we need to wash off.
Ugh, salton sea all over my
Yes.
skin.
It's all over us. It's all over us. There's actually a sign here, a precaution, saying that harmful algae may be present in the water. So it says, stay away from the algae and scum, keep children away. Fish caught here, throw away the guts, clean the fillet. I mean, I just wouldn't eat the fish here. Don't let pets and other animals drink the water. Don't drink the water, of course, and don't eat any shellfish that comes out. So, I mean, clearly, just see that right there. It's pretty toxic.
Okay, so we've been walking around too, and it's like, okay, we've been seeing a lot of little holes, so we weren't sure if they were like, dangerous snake holes or things of that nature. But it says out of sight and underground when it's really hot out here. Like all the holes that we might have seen, it says look around at the desert. Most of the holes that you see are home to many rodents, such as the frisky kangaroo rat. But at the same time, you got tarantulas here. So there are those furry little tarantulas that probably like to dine on those kangaroo rats, but they're out here as well. And then you got badgers that dig underground burrows. Maybe that was a badger hole we saw. There was
the bigger one,
pretty
yeah.
big hole over there. And then if you got the burrowing owl.
That's cool.
That's pretty cool. So we got a lot of burrowing animals right here on the beach side enjoying it if they're still around. I mean, the fish food sources must have gone kaputski, but I think they're finding other ways to enjoy this desolate area.
Of course, some areas here are just closed right off altogether. You can see here, this whole area has been closed off. And of course, the area we're in is still available. There's only a few power spots, but it just seems like gradually things are getting closed down here.
We just heard what sounded like an owl coming off of this direction. And they do have burrowing owls here, which probably feed off the kangaroo rats in the evening. Maybe the tarantulas too. but I heard it coming from off this direction. And in a way, to be honest, in a way, it's kind of cool to be here in this spot. And of course, if you kind of erase the fact that that's a toxic lake out there.
I know, which is hard to do.
Which is hard to do.
Because you smell it.
Because you smell it.
And you feel like you're breathing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just feels like this could be such a peaceful retreat where you have power. You don't necessarily need a bathroom if you have it in your RV. And just kind of soaking in all that's around you that could have been really beautiful. It's really sad to see that lake, which apparently, Dave, wasn't that man-made?
It was, yeah, back.
I mean, destruction of it was
by
man-made.
accident. I mean, apparently going way back in millennia, the lakes have kind of been in here through time by overflows of the Colorado River. But in 1905, it actually was an irrigation channel that overflowed from the Colorado River that just basically for a couple of years, I think, just filled this whole place up, which is crazy. And then so for years, this turned into this beautiful, beautiful lake. But it's they call it like a terminus lake. There's no flow in it. It's just everything ends right here. And so what happened was the water going in just really got less and less over the years. And you basically got a lot of contaminated water to run off from like agricultural uses and things like that. And then it started to evaporate and got more and more kind of salty, salinated over time. So now it's over like 50% greater salt percent than the ocean. And so fish and started dying off. And that's where we left today. Like now it's like almost all the fish have died off in that lake.
Oh, okay, I'm on the chase. I actually just saw that owl. Surprising, I guess because it's starting to get dusk and cooler. So they're coming out looking for lizards or whatever they can feed on. And where did it go? Was it in this tree? You guys see it? Where did it go? Not floating too far off here. But you know what else is probably gonna start coming out those holes? You got the burrowing owls here, and then you have the tarantulas. But it was cool. I saw it flying under the brush in between here. I believe it went to this tree right over here. I'll see you get a little closer, but I don't wanna disturb it too much in case it's on the hunt for something. But let's take a look. Is he in the tree? Where are you, burrow owls? What do we have here?
I don't really know. It almost looked like a little screened-in area, but it hasn't been used in a long time. That is dusty in there.
Oh, it's dusty.
Yeah.
And potentially because it's so moisturous, moldy maybe.
Yeah,
we'll let that kind of
leave
ride.
this alone.
Yeah. But it looks like it might have been a screened-in area for supplies, or maybe just for folks to go and enjoy.
So I was talking to our neighbor, and apparently there is a ranger.
Oh. Ooh, that's soft.
In there's kind of like a main campground area, but even then, they said they only saw maybe one other RV. So this whole thing is like practically abandoned. People aren't coming here, and you don't necessarily blame them with the smell you get from the lake. And I don't know what I'm not really feeling this tonight.
I'm kind of not either.
It's not like you're getting any like nice fresh air. It feels almost like heavy, thick air.
Yeah.
And if you have asthma here, like don't come here because it makes me almost like cough a little bit.
Right.
So I'm thinking we move it on and maybe find a place with a pool.
Yes.
Right?
I was just gonna say that. Pool, because I feel like taking a dip to wash some of the salt and sea off me.
I agree.
This is so much better.
I know, this is what exactly.
Oh my god.
Try to get this all off us.
Yeah, get up the salt and sea off and into some chlorinated water.
Yeah, exactly.
Warm bubbles, if you will. I'm just gonna sit back and relax. Today was a fun day, but this is time to unwind. What do you think?
I agree. It's been a crazy, several days.
Yeah.
Spirit, is this your favorite time of the year?
What was that?
What was that?
Well, I heard no. Sounds like
You heard no?
voices.
If you're here with us, I would like to know who I am speaking to. Could you tell me your name or a nickname you would like to be called?
Hold on.
Did it just say
I
John?
don't know if I want my question answered.
What's your favorite thing to do here?
Oh my gosh, what is that?
What is that?
Can you point the rods in the direction that you're at, where you're standing? If there's somebody still here, just to confirm that it's not my hands moving or anything, could you cross the rods, make them cross?
Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
The
That's
John was
weird, dude.
twice. It was like,
Yeah,
really?
Hey, so before we get into the video, Dave and I just want to really share that we are in no way ghost hunters. That's not our thing. For those out there that do that, great, but that's not us. But also as a fan, I'm a huge fan of horror movies, more so than Dave. Dave found this really great experience for us to camp overnight at the real Conjuring House. And I will tell you, our experience, particularly me as well, I felt like it was a very different experience than what a lot of folks online have portrayed at the real Conjuring House. And according to the new owner, Jacqueline, there's a lot more spirit activity on the grounds of the real Conjuring House than the actual house itself. So we were the first to camp overnight at the real Conjuring House on the grounds, and it was an interesting experience.
And I do have to say, I have to be very open. I went in as a true skeptic, for sure. I'm always looking for natural explanations to things that happen, but there were definitely things, you'll see it in the video, that happened in particular to Tanya that you really can't explain from that perspective. And so, and then something you want to talk about today, right, even with me. And so it was definitely quite an experience.
Yeah, now, you know, if you see anything that we may have missed in there as well, or just something from our experience in the video, please let us know in the comments below. We'd love to kind of go back and check that out. But I guess let's just get into our experience overnight camping at the real Conjuring House. What's up, you guys? So Dave and I are here at a fun little spot called Johnny's Victory Diner in Rhode Island. And why are we in Rhode Island? Because we're going to be staying at the Conjuring House, the real Conjuring House here in Rhode Island. And for the first time ever, they have an opportunity that you can camp on the Conjuring House lot. So there's a trailer, there's tents. We're going to be staying in that vintage trailer. And we have some time to kill, so we're here at Johnny's Victory Diner to learn exactly what this town has to offer. I'm excited.
I've got my weapon and I got my prayers, 'cause if you don't run this town, they'll walk all over you.
So what'd you get, babe?
Well, I got, Johnny recommended actually, it's the corned beef grilled cheese sandwich, which looks and smells awesome. Can't wait to dive in. Now, what did you get?
Well, I got the pork sandwich with tater tots, and the pork sandwich is great. It's smoked and delicious. There's a lot of good things I like on top of that there, for sure. I love the sauerkraut. I'm a big fan of tater tots, and we both got a bowl of this homemade corn chowder. It is delish. You already finished yours. That's why I didn't show his, but he just worked it. But I am,
right there.
See, done, done, absolutely done and full. So we're gonna dive into this deliciousness, and then I think we should figure out, you know, since we have a lot of time before hitting the Conjuring House, we should probably go check out what this, what this town is about. Maybe learn some of the history of the Conjuring, the real Conjuring House.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Run out loud, gotta run on. Keep on running till the sun goes down. Run out loud, better run on. Run all day till you can't be found. Run out loud, gotta run on. Keep on.
I'm trying to read this sign here. We'll just put a picture of Ryzen trying to read it right here, or a video of it. But it's called Lake Chargoga Go Manchua Uga Uga Go Chabanga Ganga Maga.
The side of the road in New Hampshire, and I used to stop and talk to him, and he'd kind of tell me his little tricks and his little secrets. And then I bought a little small, tiny little barrel smoker at Lowe's for about $250 or so, and started kind of playing with that and cooking in the backyard for my friends. And everybody's like, "Oh, this is really good."
That is so cool.
Yeah, so we moved back. My dad got sick. We came back to Rhode Island to be with family, and we started doing, there's a place called Hill's Tavern in Gloucester, Rhode Island, and we started doing barbecue in the parking lot under a tent. My wife was at the register, my two boys were there. It was a whole kind of family thing. It was really neat. She had a kitchen that she wasn't using, so she said, "Come out, use my kitchen." It cost me $100 a month to use her kitchen for everything. We were doing between 600 and 800 pounds of meat a week.
Wow.
Yeah. Then that got purchased by somebody else. They had their own kitchen. They brought some people in, and at the same time, this was for sale. So we said, all right. It's been around a long time. It's kind of like buying a franchise. If my barbecue doesn't work, at least I know the breakfast thing is going to work.
Right.
But this took off, and in 2020, we got #1 barbecue in Rhode Island by Food One.
Sweet. I mean, well, you know, barbecue is the thing.
Barbecue is the thing. So we have a rub that's got 13 spices. We make it ourselves.
Maybe we could sneak a piece before we leave. Just maybe my little taste.
We'll
see, maybe.
Well, you might be able to. More the pork than the brisket. That's not ready. So you don't want to be trying that.
Smells great though. Smells great.
So Dave and I were just talking to John, the owner of this restaurant, and he had an interesting story about the restaurant. There were actually a couple of interesting stories, but one in particular about the basement of this place, which I think really kind of sets the kickoff for us to learn more about this town, more about that there, you know, the believability of spirits that exist, and kind of sets off, I guess, our adventure at the Conjuring House. You'll see. I love how they have these signs here. There's Town Hall that way, Conjuring House. Here it is, right there. The Conjuring House. Right there. But I think it's not that way. It's that way.
Hi, this is Johnny's Victory Diner. I just wanted to talk a little bit about the building here that we have that dates back to the late 30s. The story goes that Mr. Murphy was the first one to buy this diner, and it was a couple of lots down. And he moved the diner here after he purchased this lot and cleared it. And in those days, there was no real way to move a building. So what they did was lay telephone poles down, put the building on top of it, and rolled it into the place that it's in now.
Wow.
Pretty neat. So since then, it's changed owners pretty considerably over the years. A lot of people, including my wait staff, believe that there are spirits here. So when we purchased the diner, coming up on 5 years ago, my wife kind of believes in a lot of that stuff, and she's very spiritual. I may not be quite that way, but she had the building blessed, and she brought in a mother-daughter team that had a speech recognition box. We did it at night. We had a bunch of people here. We went down into the basement, and they believe to have heard the voice of Mr. Lamoureux, Mr. Ray Lamoureux. The diner was Ray's Country Kitchen at one point back in the 60s and 70s, and Mr. and Mrs. Lamoureux got divorced. Ray lived here for a while, and they believe that his spirit still resides here. So she still comes downstairs every once in a while and says hi to Ray as she enters the basement. Maybe I believe it a little bit, because I say hi to Ray every once in a while too. I can't lie. So.
Yeah, and you may save him a piece of brisket every now and then, right?
Ray seems to like the barbecue.
So we're here at the Burrillville Historic Cemetery in Rhode Island, and it's where Bathsheba and her family, the Sherman family, have been laid to rest. Now, in the Hollywood movie of The Conjuring, Bathsheba is portrayed as the evil entity that lives in the Conjuring house that possessed the parent mother to kill her children. And the story went basically because it was told that she was a witch, and before she died, she took out her children who...
Little bee buzzing around here.
About the story.
I know, the bee keeps on coming at us here.
It's like every time we keep talking about this, there's a wasp that keeps flying over, landed on Dave's head, circled me a bit, and then flew over to a destination. It might be like a wasp scouter trying to find a home. That's what we think. Wait, I think it's coming back again. It is really weird, Dave. So anyway, where were we? So in the movie, Bathsheba's portrayed again as this evil demonic presence actually possesses the parent mother to kill her kids. And that was kind of the story about Bathsheba. She was sort of a witch, and she sacrificed her kids at a very young age to basically mock God's greatest gift. And following that, she hung herself. Now that's obviously movie drama, because from what we read, there's a very different story.
Now, contrary to the movie, there's actually no evidence at all that Bathsheba ever lived in or was associated with the Conjuring house. And while it is true that Bathsheba unfortunately did lose 2 of her children at a very young age, that was not uncommon at that time in history, and there's absolutely no evidence that there was any inquest into a suspicious death of any of her children.
So Bathsheba's grave, as you notice, little different headstones than her family members here. And that's because it was vandalized a couple times. And I think the final time was broken to 3 pieces, so they just removed those. Hence, there's no headstone on Bathsheba's grave. So I just wanted to quickly say, for those that don't know, so her kids, her children were really young. I think one was, and I believe his name was Edward. Edward was 1 year old, roughly 1 year old, and I think Julia was days old or something to that effect. And the movie, the Hollywood version of The Conjuring, is loosely written off of Ed and Lorraine Warren's accounts of the Conjuring house. So Ed and Lorraine Warren, they were demonologists. So if you had a spirit and you wanted to figure out what was going on, well, you would contact Ed and Lorraine Warren, and that's apparently what happened with this family in this Conjuring house. But just, you know, trying to separate some fact from fiction, and we're still trying to understand that ourselves here. It's very interesting. I do love scary movies, so it's kind of neat to see the movie itself, but also to try and learn some of the real history behind it. So I'm excited. This is kind of building up to us going to the Conjuring house, the real Conjuring house, to stay overnight. For the first time, again, you guys, the first time ever they're having this, where you can actually camp on the grounds of the Conjuring house, the real Conjuring house. So we're doing it in a trailer. Oh my gosh. Woo. It seems like there's like no street lights on this property. Like on the streets, as you're coming down, so at night, this can be really like cool and chilling. Oh boy. All right. Are we close? Register guests only beyond this point. So now we ponder on what we learned today, and we wait. I mean, the real Conjuring house is pretty strict on time.
No, they are. This is actually their opening night for the camping experience. I think they call it ghost camping. It's like ghost camping at the Conjuring house. And so we're super excited about it to really try out, see what it's like. But yeah, when they said get there at 4:45, we arrived about an hour early, and they said, "Can you guys come back at 4:45?" Yes,
come back. Like, well, we ate at a really nice spot, and we don't know much of the area. And he's like, well, you know, you gotta leave the property. I think basically because they want to know who's coming in, and we told them that we're part of the experience that's about to go down, their very first experience staying in the trailer. I saw his eyes kind of do this when he said, "We're staying in the trailer." He's like, yeah. So we're very excited to see what that's about. So we're gonna snack. I'm gonna do some more reading. I think it'd be kind of fun to learn a little bit more about it. They do have tours they offer.
Exactly.
So
there was a tour going on when we arrived, right?
Just
a tour of the house, right? But of course, we're gonna be all in the grounds, which is gonna be pretty interesting for sure.
Now, let me ask you a question. When you came in, you saw those signs, right? And then you parked. Did you feel anything?
Well, I'm definitely feeling a little kind of tense. I think I definitely have some anxiety. So I think it's more around that. But I definitely, I'm not going to say it's paranormal or anything like that, but I certainly felt some anxiety.
That's normally the opposite. Normally I would feel that. I didn't feel anything. I felt fine. I could just sat there and it was like beautiful grounds. It felt really neat. Obviously you couldn't see much from where the parking lot was, but I'm pretty excited.
I'm excited to see our home for the night.
We go out for a beer, it's so clear when you're here, but we never get near enough. We drink and we dance, you don't give it a chance. Is it really romance you feel when you're around? We both...
I'm feeling a little anxious now. Now I am feeling anxious because of the trailer, which is where we're staying. It is vintagey old indeed. Look at that.
It is. Oh man, it is very old. It's just stuck in the woods here.
Oh my goodness, look at that. It's coming up. Oh my gosh. So each of these places has a rating factor of scary factor, I guess they call it.
I guess so, yeah.
So let's see. She says you can park here as long as we're not blocking.
I think we had a 6 or something.
We had a 6.
I think we're number 6.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, we're number 6.
All right, welcome home.
Thanks. Welcome home. Whew. So getting out.
All right, we're moving in.
Moving in.
Moving into our new home for the night.
Moving into the new home for the night. Number 6. So this has a fear factor of 6.
We seem to stay in a lot of rooms that have 6s in them.
That's true. Oh my gosh, that's true. Like the cruise. 6, 6, 6.
10, 6, 6, 6.
10, 6, 6, 6. All right. Normally I'd let you have me go first, but let's have you go first. Welcome. And we'll give you guys a tour in just a minute. So Dave is gonna set up a little camera here facing just our camp because you gotta be mindful not to capture the other guests. But I have to say this, we are the first to step on the property here as guests for the camping at the Real Conjuring House. How's it feel, Dave?
I'm excited.
Right?
We love camping, so
yeah,
this is kind of perfect, and it's beautiful grounds.
Oh, it's amazing. Right, and it all kind of started right as you signed in, and there's this massive waiver you got to sign because it's you, the owner, Jacqueline. She really respects the spirits, and she wants it to be respected the same way. Like she wants folks that are coming here respect the spirits the same way she does. So hence there's a waiver you gotta sign, which really does put things in context. But the moment you do that, you dip your hand in a bucket and you're handed, you have to close your eyes and you pick a bracelet out. And a bracelet's a green bracelet with white inscription on it. And it has whatever you draw yourself to pick, that is, I guess, the first sign of energy. So the bracelet I got says, one day, all the hard work will pay off. And I'm like, yeah, that's a good one. And Dave got,
it says, believe in yourself and you will be unstoppable.
Unstoppable. Dave, we know that.
And that's what Tanya always tells me.
Yeah, see? So it's already off to a good start.
You guys believe that?
I do. So there it is. That's Dave's little setup. Boom. It's got the batteries. It's going to capture any motion that may come towards us.
There we go. Got the little light going on.
There it is. It's all set. Well, we'll probably get that later on. Otherwise, it's going to catch us coming out all the time.
Yes, exactly. There they go again.
You know, since we're the first ones here, I think we should do a little tour of the property.
I like it.
Before the actual physical tour begins, so we can kind of feel things ourselves. Feel kind of energy.
I agree.
Oh, look at those tents.
Yeah, the tents are really cool. Definitely glamping there.
Yeah. And we're going to hear a story later. We already got a little sneak peek of it, but we're going to let the owner talk about this tree. Many of you may already know about this particular tree right here, but we'll save that for later. So campsite number 6, where are? That's 5, 4, 3. Looks like there's going to be a nice big old bonfire. I mean, it turned out to be a beautiful day.
It's absolutely beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful. And look over here. This is going to be our, I guess, everybody gets together for a little campfire.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Looks pretty big. I mean, look how high that wood is stacked. That's going to be quite the bonfire, huh?
It's going to be amazing. Look at that. Woo.
Actually camping on the Real Conjuring House. Wow.
And it kind of turned this way, and of course you can see the tent right there, and then going up there is the house itself, up on the top of the hill.
We both try to pretend you're just a guy, and I am just your friend. What if all of my love is yours? What if you were the one I chose?
So I think we briefly mentioned before that each site here has a rating in terms of, how would you call it? In terms of like a,
I don't know if it's haunted or
a haunted
kind of
factor,
fear factor.
A fear factor, right? Where a lot of energy, a lot of activity. Where the most energy or activity is placed in the lot. So there's different spots here for sure, different ratings for different zones. Ours is pretty simple, so like a 6. It's one of the lower ones, a 6. So that's probably good for us. But there's others that are off in the back that have some of the highest energy, and we're gonna go back there in a little bit. It might be fun to go back there after the tour, or maybe just get a little briefing of it before the folks who are gonna be there jump into it.
And according to the owner, right, she says the lands are actually more haunted and have more activity than the actual house itself.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Right,
Oh, and speaking of which, she said pay attention at night too, because you'll hear some folks, she hasn't heard it, but she's heard other folks say they've heard children laughing and drums from, like, this was drums, almost Native American type drumming going on. So yeah, we're gonna try and pay attention to all that. The windows are open.
Exactly.
We're gonna hear it if it's there. Oh, so check this out, Dave. What does that say?
It's basically the pet cemetery. It says, in memoriam, the pets of Old Brook Farm. Within these grounds lie the remains of the beloved animals who, like their owners, will always be part of our history.
Oh, so it shows like dogs, cats, sheep, and horses.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
We actually have some...
there's a grave right there, and you don't go past it, so they have it blocked off, but beloved pet right there. Whoa, mama, that's pretty cool. So hence this one here, it's up on a platform. This one's called what, the Pet Cemetery?
Pet Cemetery.
Wow, this is all different. It even has a sitting area. And
I know, it looks pretty cool.
Pretty cool. But it's a tent on a platform. Love it.
Take a look over here. You kind of see that. I'm impressed.
How you feeling?
I think it's fun. It feels like some adventure. Yeah. I think it's going to feel like a little, we're going to have a huge bonfire tonight, like we're camping out.
Yeah, here's some of the stories.
Exactly, right.
I guess the part where you kind of say separate a lot of the fact from fiction, so we'll hear it from like the owner, and I'm assuming some of the people that are working here as well that have a lot more information on this property outside of some of the information I think we've already learned from the pamphlets we read.
I'm excited for the tour, right?
The tour is going to be fun. That's going to be so much fun. It's coming up later. Now, we might not be able to film that because there's going to be others around, unless everyone's okay with it.
Right, I'm not exactly. If we can't film it, we'll kind of talk about it after. Exactly.
And we'll take you to all those spots. Stay tuned.
In the morning when I get up, I wish that we could stop and take each day.
All right, so I have pulled up. Dave led me to pull up the website that kind of talks about the ratings we were talking about. So each one has a rating that's called a fright factor, and it goes up to number 10. So we're heading right now, which is called Beyond the Bridge, and the fright factor is 10. And they're a special kind of fear. So it says nightfall turns the property across the bridge into one of a sinister kind. Be prepared for shadow figures, footsteps, drumming, and howling animals. We recommend bringing a respectful offering, something biodegradable, and invoking protection against anything suspicious that might try to lure you deeper and deeper into the woods. Whoa, that already makes me nervous.
Makes you a little nervous?
That already makes me a little nervous, Davo. I mean, like
I said, the brook is absolutely beautiful. Now you see, of course, you see quite a few of the dead trees on the side there. But one thing I think about, it might get some mosquitoes tonight. So put on that insect repellent.
Yeah, there's gonna be, well, that makes me nervous too. But that was interesting to read that. So let's see how we feel. We're just gonna walk across the way. I think there's 2 tents back here.
Right.
Someone just moved in, but let's see what kind of, I think it's 7 and 8.
Right, these are both 10, right? So you come across here.
So once you come across this bridge, it's like the fear factor is 10,
wow.
right? It's interesting to say sinister kind. Sinister in the sense that they want to lure you back into the woods. Sinister? For what? Well, I don't think I'll...
Walking back here at midnight?
I'll be walking back here late at night.
We'll head up this way. We'll go a little bit towards the tent. Yeah, you can see they kind of carved out these trails probably not too long ago as they were developing.
You had to see the sticks that they put down the
Yes. I see. Won't go too far here. I see someone has moved in.
Yeah, and I'm already setting up. And that's deeper into the woods. So this happens to be 7 and 8, where we're at right now, is probably the most sinister. It's interesting because it's right across the bridge.
Right.
And we're next to the bridge.
Exactly.
We're right across the other side of the bridge. So interesting. So how are you guys feeling? Are you feeling like me? I'm getting a little sweaty on my palms. And maybe it's just because I'm mentally thinking, oh my goodness gracious, like we're in a level 10 spot. I don't know what that means, if you're a believer of it or not. But how are you feeling? How are you? Are you getting a little nervous right now before nightfall begins? Let us know in the comments below.
You can see a lot of old stone walls back here too. Right, probably going back to, I'm assuming when this land was probably farmed, like long abandoned.
When I get home, always hope to find you all alone and out of harm's way. Every time I look around, I hope to find you.
So this is number 7.
Walk down. I don't think anyone's in this one. Ooh, number 7, but it's number 10 in the fright factor.
Number 10 in the fright factor.
I love how they did the
But this is amazing. I mean, these gorgeous flowers sit right here. Right here.
Yeah.
It's one spot. Gorgeous. Okay, so let me just tell you guys right off the bat, like our mission here, we're in no way, shape, or form trying to, you know, pretend, make this feel like make-believe. Like our whole goal is to kind of really be here and experience what it's like camping, ghost camping here on the real Conjuring property, and basically what Jacqueline has kind of put together. So we're really, really excited to learn about this. I mean, obviously, once again, you guys know I'm a big horror fan. I love horror movies. So this obviously is the real side of the real Conjuring house. And I'm sure Gabo is ready to learn.
Oh, it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be.
You look like you're part of the team with your radio. Oh, I forgot. Look.
I'm ready. Yeah, they give
you radios.
They gave us kind of the radio here, so we can communicate. They communicate with us. We can communicate with them.
And it has to be on channel 13.
Yes, it's channel 13 right there.
Channel 13, and we're not kidding. Channel. I'm not sure if you can see that, but
channel
there
13.
It is. Channel 13. It has to be on channel 13. So I was saying before, look. So here's the bridge that we have to cross. And right across this is level 10. So on this side, that's level 10 fear factor. I don't 100% know why. So maybe they'll tell us as to why. I'm almost gonna, if I'm to guess, it's because that's the most energy they feel back there, or it's sinister. I have no idea. But on this side, which is interesting, where Dave is, we're walking right now, just to the right, across this bridge is our camp.
That's where we are, yeah.
What?
It's cool. You can see one thing that's cool is along the path you can see all the lights they have set up.
But I'm still on the fact that it's right across the bridge.
I don't know.
How come that is 10?
And we're
but
6.
that is 6.
We're in a safe zone.
Oh.
Although it doesn't look it. I mean, that's a vintage trailer.
Pretty vintagey.
Pretty vintagey.
Yeah.
They've set up solar-powered lights really all across the pathways and the properties here, so probably gonna look really cool at night. Don't you think? Kind of walking around with the lights kind of shining. Looks like on your feet quite a bit too here, right?
I feel like it's gonna be
eerie.
Very ominous.
It
like,
will be.
ooh, my goodness gracious. Like, imagine the shining lights on the running water. Like, on that running water.
And this water is very black. You want to go down to the river's edge? There's actually some
cool.
chairs set up.
Yeah, let's do that.
Head down there. Little comfy spot.
Along the river's edge.
Right by the river. Down by the river. One thing to note, if you're coming to I guess camping, ghost camping, there's a lot of poison ivy on the property. Just be aware of that. You can kind of see here, right at this tree, it's a big poison ivy vine. And of course the 3 leaves is a telltale, but also you can take a look at that hairy vine going up the tree. Typically that's going to be from a poison ivy branch. They also have some brand new propane grills, which we actually didn't bring anything to grill, but if you're coming here, you can bring something to grill. They have some nice picnic tables to hang out at as well, so just keep that in mind. Behind us, of course, is the real Conjuring house, and you can see looks very different from the movie The Conjuring for sure. What do you think, babe?
Oh, it's definitely different.
Completely
different location.
different.
I think the movie is a different house completely. It's actually in North Carolina.
I think that's right.
Somewhere in North Carolina, or this one, and it looks very well maintained. This one.
Yeah, this looks actually really nice.
It looks really nice.
I think the one in the movie was a White House.
It was a White House. Yeah. Well, it's funny because of some of the pictures from the parent family. They actually look like they were in a White House.
It does look that. I know.
You see them on the steps or a stoop. I'm not sure if this has been, renovated since then on the outside.
Right.
Got me. Or maybe I'm just colorblind.
And if people watching know, let us know in the comments below.
Yes. We'd appreciate it. Wow. We just actually jumped into a space for the tour of the house. They had 2 spots left. So Dave and I jumped in on this tour, and wow, that was pretty powerful. It was very interesting to learn the history of each room and what went on in each room, and which room had the most activity, which room had playful energy. The basement with the crooked neck guy. It's hard to kind of talk about each room individually, but just know collectively it was a very interesting story.
Yeah, no, it's the amount of history too, and just the old bones of the house, how old it is.
Old bones.
And you can hear, like if you're going into a room by yourself in a survey, you can hear creaks and cracks all throughout. Of course, each room has its own vibe and feeling, right? I mean, some of it's just you go upstairs and if you're tall, they're very low ceiling rooms.
Yeah.
And you can feel very kind of almost claustrophobic and a bit kind of tightening in on you.
Yeah.
But some of the stories there, and also just from the tour guide himself talking about experiences he's had.
Oh yeah.
Was really amazing to hear as well.
It was very, very, it's very interesting. And if you're a non-believer, I get it. But I think if you were a non-believer and you heard the stories and you see the passion behind a lot of these folks as they talk about their experiences, what happened in the house and the energy, and we're staying here tonight on the grounds. And it's the first time it's happening. He pointed out, like, it's the first time that this is happening, so we're really interested to see what happens. And he was like, I wouldn't stay there.
I know. And of course, there was that one little kind of closet space where the child would play,
yeah,
and so
you sat
I went in there.
How'd you feel in that room?
It's funny. I didn't close the door. Probably if I had closed the door completely, it would have been even that much more intense. But you could definitely see how that could be a fun area for a child to play. Nothing really happened where the child threw anything at me like you hear. But of course, not being a ghost hunter too.
Yeah.
Right, just kind of experience it as a lay person going up. So
yeah,
that was fun.
Well, that's true. I mean, I know he had asked the question non-believers, and you didn't raise your hand, but I definitely know you're like a non-believer.
I'm a bit of a skeptic.
Yeah, but still, I felt like, you know, some of the things you were feeling in the house there, or even going into that closet, you got quiet. So you're like thinking, you know, a non-believer, but you just maybe it's just respecting the space.
Even if I'm can be a skeptic, I can still get freaked out at night and, you know, talking about ghost stories.
Oh, that's true. Well, we got some good ones coming up tonight by the fire.
And actually, I think the fire's lit now.
Oh.
I can smell. Yeah, folks are over there.
Let's do it. Dinner by the big bonfire and ghost stories.
So we're heading back to our home tonight. Now, this is a little pool area. Apparently, sometimes we'll hear children's voices back here. But here's our home. Starting to get darker and darker. Fortunately, we have a lot of flashlights. That's good.
Has an antenna sticking out of it. If you go within a vicinity that is kind of giving off this little field of energy, if you go within it, it will light up like that. Yep.
Oh my gosh.
So he's showing you how it works right there. If we ask anybody to walk by it and it starts to go off, just take note of that. Something might be happening. I also have 2 pairs of dowsing rods here, if anybody wants to try those. It's an old form of communication, originally used by water, which is actually still used by construction workers to this day to find water under the ground. They would cross if you go by water or on top of water. You say, can you show me yes? It'll move a certain way to show you yes. Can you show me no? It'll do a different way to show you no. And that will be your yeses and nos. And if you establish communication, they will move to your answers. Give you answers if you ask questions. So we can try that too. So you wanted to try?
So these are dowsing rods, copper rods. They shift towards wherever the energy is or wherever you ask a question. And I did ask a question. I asked where the children played or laughed. Yeah, I just asked it again. And look, it's going right over to our camp. That's where our camp is. That's where we're camping. Yikes. Did you see that?
I did.
Whoa.
And you kept your hands totally straight. Wow. They moved over. I saw that.
So now we're having walkie-talkies. We all have these walkie-talkies, and the walkie-talkie keeps going off. A young man just went off into the back over there with a reader, and it's going off. And I just asked the question. Did you see that? I asked the question where the children play. And it's like, where do the children play? And I'm not moving my hands. You see, not moving. Look, they're both pointing, Dave. Wow. Where's my husband?
Kind of.
Oh my God, did you see that?
I did.
I don't want to play with these anymore. What do you got going on over there?
This is, I believe it's called an EMF reader, like electromagnetic field reader. And so it's supposed to, it will flash, like if there's a electro field comes through it, you'll see how it goes like that. I'm hitting it, creating it, but it will kind of flash like that.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten that yet, so I'm just kind of walking around to see if I can.
And it looks like there's a grid over to...
Oh yeah.
Whoa. So that's something that, and if something walks by that,
you'll see
like a shadow. Wow, between the dowsing rods, and this is where they said they heard the sound.
Right, back this way.
Whoa. Look at that grid. That looks a little interesting. I do too. I think it's me, but if I walk past the dot, is it going to go off? So it doesn't pick up humans. Ooh.
Just so you guys know, we're going down by the bridge to do an EVP session.
We had this experience happen one night. Oh, you told them that?
About the drumming?
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I usually tell them when we get to the bridge.
I've never been to the bridge with you, so I wouldn't know.
Please tell it.
With the drumming coming up to the employee quarters one night.
I didn't hear that.
It was really cool. So no one was in the house, and we heard this drumming coming from the woods, and we've heard it about 3 or 4 times now in total. And we start hearing it coming from the woods. No one's in the house, and it's getting closer and closer to the house, all the way up to the staff door. And all of a sudden, all the breakers in the house flipped and freaked us out. All the security system went down. We thought somebody was on the property or something, and nobody was there. We went outside. I walked around and checked. Nothing. So stuff like that happens quite frequently. Yeah, and especially here with the bridge. So there's a big theory that running water, can create this energy. So of course, this is going to be a great spot to do that. So we'll do a little experiment, see if we can record a spirit voice. So we'll just use, so if anyone has like a voice memo app, if you ever go to a place that you believe might have some activity or something, just record some audio on your phone or something and play it back with some good headphones when you get home. And sometimes you'll hear a voice that wasn't there, that you didn't hear in real time.
So what we're going to do is I'm going to ask everybody to kind of spread out along this bridge a little bit. So kind of make a little circle so everybody has their own little spot. Say dead or anything. Think of a question that you would ask somebody if you could talk to somebody that's now deceased. It could be somebody from a different time period, anything you'd like.
Yeah, and the trick is just to talk to them like they're still alive, like you're meeting a new person for the first time. And you know, kind of be creative with your questioning, because usually that's the type of questions that get answers. So I'm going to start the recording up, and then we'll just kind of go around in a circle. The important thing is leave about 5 seconds in between each question. So every time I raise my hand, that'll be the next person's turn to ask a question. So let me start this up.
And if you don't want to do it, just say
All right,
pass.
EVP session on the bridge. This is the 22nd of June, and we have a small group of people. And we're going to go around.
Hello, spirits. How many of you are with us tonight? Right here on the bridge.
Do you have any siblings?
Spirit, is this your favorite time of the year? Spirit, are you at peace here?
What is your name?
What happened?
I'm hearing something back there.
Do you want people on the property? Did you live on the property?
Do you want me on the property?
Just cover all bases while we're here.
Oof, I'm getting a very weird feeling. Pass, please.
If you're here with us, I would like to know who I am speaking to. Could you tell me your name or a nickname you would like to be called?
If there's anybody in the woods behind us, feel free to come a little closer.
That's just regular people talking.
I have one.
All right.
What's your favorite thing to do here?
It sounds like somebody's like moving around,
yeah.
twig snapping, like.
All right. So we'll listen to it real quick. We can get a little closer if you guys want. If we get anything, then we'll clip it and amp it up a little.
EVP session on the bridge. This is the 22nd of June, and we have a small group of people, and we're going to go around.
Hello, spirits. How many of you are with us tonight? Right here on the bridge.
Do you have any siblings?
Spirit, is this your favorite time of the year?
What was that?
What was that?
Well,
Is that on the recording or is that over
I don't
there?
know.
No, that was on the recording.
Spirit, are you at peace?
No, before that.
Is this your favorite time of the year? Spirit,
No,
are you
I
I
don't
think
know.
it was over.
Was that
it was
real?
live. Yeah.
I heard no.
Sounds like
You heard no?
voices.
What? I heard no. Yes, I did. You didn't say it? Did you guys hear it?
What is your name?
What happened?
Hearing something back there.
Do you want people
Tapping.
Did you live on the property?
Do you want me on the property?
Just cover all bases while we're here. If you're here with us, I would like to know who I am speaking to. Could you tell me your name or a nickname you would like to be called?
You hear that whisper?
Yeah, wait a minute.
Is the
It's like
water
in between.
Is the water
If you're here with us,
Should be helping.
I would like to know who I am speaking to. Could you tell me your
You hear
name
that
or
whisper?
a nickname you would like to be called?
Right there.
No,
There's a whisper.
enjoy that
There's
as
two
I'm
of them.
talking.
If you're here with us, I would like to know who I am speaking to. Could you tell me your name or a nickname you would like to be called?
Hold on.
Did it just say John?
Wow.
Whoa.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Listen.
If you're here with us, I would like to know who I am speaking to. Could you tell me your name or a nickname you would like to be called?
John.
Do you like hear it? It's
Yes.
wicked quick. It's twice as I'm talking.
John. It's John Arnold? Mm-hmm, probably.
If there's anybody in the woods behind us, feel free to come a little closer.
It's just regular people talking.
I have one. All right.
Did you
No,
guys
that
heard?
was.
I heard tapping. I heard tapping.
Feel free to come a little closer.
I don't know what my question is.
What's your favorite thing to do here?
Oh my gosh, what is that?
What is that?
What's your favorite thing to do here?
Was that a shh?
I don't know. Are we being shushed?
I'm quiet. I'm trying to sleep.
Wow, that's.
All right, so we got something.
Yeah.
So it's rare to catch a voice like that. So what I'll do now is I'll kind of cut it and then amp it up so we can hear it a little better and kind of play around with it a little bit.
I feel like we're being.
Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
John
that's
was
weird, dude.
twice. It was like.
See the-
Yeah, really soft.
Whoa, that light was perfect.
So we just asked a question about if someone we heard crunching out right off in that direction. And he has the rods. And he asked the question, if you're out there, come close. And they crisscross. The rods crisscross.
Oh, can you point the rods in the direction that you're at, where you're standing?
Right over here. Right here. Hey.
Hello.
Hi.
Have we spoken with you before?
Are you still standing here? Where are you standing right now?
Can you make the rods move if this is a female? Can you make the rods move if this is a male?
Oh my goodness. Are you Native American? No.
Yeah, it might be a yes.
Might be a yes.
If there's somebody still here, just to confirm that it's not my hands moving or anything, could you cross the rods? Make them cross?
Thank you.
Thank you. That's cool. That's very neat.
You hear that?
I do.
Just got quiet. What is that? Ooh, no, that's a frog.
Yeah, I think so. Because we had a little pool of water up there. A lot of a lot of night noises here.
There's a lot of night noises.
Yes.
You gotta.
A lot of night noises.
Yeah.
A lot of them.
There's definitely. Welcome to our little abode here at the Real Conjuring House in this vintage trailer at night. We got our lights set up all over the place. Got our gallon of water that they provided. Thank you very much, Jacqueline. Lights, snacks, radio, food in our bag. Cold pizza, baby. This is where we're going to be sleeping tonight. Now, I wish there was some blinds out there because, people are going to be walking out there investigating and this might catch a little glimpse of my booty.
We might be buck naked in here.
Might get a glimpse of some radioactive disturbance going on. Wait, hold it still.
No, I just turned it off and on.
Okay. scared me. I'm like, oh.
Don't say this pizza radioactive.
Is the pizza radioactive?
No electrical energy
No
there.
energy there. How about a phone?
That would probably do it. Easily.
Ooh, I don't know if I want to see any electrical activity going on here. But cold pizza.
They kind of hit it.
Got twin beds. Oh, back there, you guys, is the bathroom. Take, open that door real quick. Hey, just so you get a
Doesn't work.
Doesn't work. Non-functioning bathroom. Big window. Old school. Just kind of close everything else so people don't use the toilet. But hey, it's a vintage camper. It's cool. They did tell us that, you know, a lot of times they'll hear the most activity, or they start to feel there's more activity from sounds and things on the property, happens around midnight. So, what time is it now?
It's around midnight.
11:47. That's in 10 minutes.
It's around midnight.
So, it's around midnight.
Enjoy the pizza.
What's going off?
Kind of a little bit, yeah. You don't look good. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Huh, definitely.
Went up to the... I saw how much of the orange one. Oh,
Just,
look.
like, picking up.
Whoa.
Getting nervous?
No. Actually.
I think so. It's after midnight now.
After midnight.
The EMF's gone nuts. It's actually just spiked again.
Did it really?
Yeah, the EMF has like gone a little crazy. But I don't know. It's been pretty quiet.
Yeah, it's
Like,
very cool.
There's been a few bugs hitting the windows.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I got it coming in, trying to get into the light here. But
What? It's time to
I'm
shut
tired.
things down and... Oh my gosh.
What? They do it again?
Yes.
Oh yeah, look at that. Hear something like making noise? You go.
Remember my stomach?
Something over there. It's like. Para, para, para. You don't hear it?
Maybe it's the jackery.
It might be the jackery.
Yeah. Well, nothing on this today, man. I'll just keep it charged up. I'm getting under my covers. Time for Mama 2 to go to those covers. I'll let you turn off the lights.
Okay.
Good night.
Good night, baby.
Can I sleep with you?
You're nervous. Babe.
Yeah.
Can you believe we're sleeping at the Conjuring House?
No, I can't.
Like, seriously?
No, I can't.
Right? Like, holy moly.
In the woods.
I know. In a vintage
old
camper trailer, yeah. 1968, yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, I can't even see you. Good night.
Good night.
Good morning.
Morning, babe. How'd you sleep?
How'd you sleep?
Not bad. I only had to get up once to head out into the woods.
I know. Well, that's because I've been holding it for a long time.
Yeah.
I've been a little nervous to go back out there again.
Right.
So you slept well.
Yeah. Slept pretty well. I think we woke up like right at 3 o'clock.
That was interesting. So it was like 2:54 in the morning, and we both woke up like at the same time, and I felt awake.
Right.
I felt
Yeah, we
wide
both
awake.
felt awake a little bit.
But I think it's time to get up. It looks so. Look out there. It just looks so like gloomy out there. And rainy. Like a day you just want to sleep away. But I felt pretty comfortable in the vintage van. You?
I think it's really cool. Yeah. A little 1968 vintage trailer. Very cool.
You know, last night for me on this bridge was probably maybe the most nervous. You know, I know, you're a non-believer. I don't necessarily believe in, some aspects of it as well too. But it was interesting when we were asking questions and the response about the name and what the reaction was from a couple of the folks that were there instantly that heard at the same time what it was. And as they listened closer, it was something that might have said John. And they assumed it was John, one of the former owners, Arnold. So that was an interesting little piece there for for sure.
Yeah, I didn't hear that. I'll have to go back and listen because I was further away.
Yeah.
But the folks that are right by it seem to hear something.
Yeah.
Right?
So I'm sure we'll be able to probably hear that. And,
Exactly.
And really, or because sometimes your mind will shape things too. Like you'll
Right.
hear like, is that it? If
And
someone
you-
says
yeah.
it, it's like, oh, you start hearing it. Maybe that was right.
Right.
So it was very interesting. But being on this bridge and just knowing right across the way is level 10. So that's the fear
Right.
factor. Level 10 is at the end of that bridge. So I just think it's right when you're standing here. It feels so peaceful.
Well, that's the
the
thing.
running water.
And that's the thing. When you see the movie, you're thinking how sinister everything must be. But here it feels like, again, like I said, I tend to be more of a skeptic. But if there are spirits all around us and who, kind of talking to us and interacting with us, well, for the most part, it seems more positive and
playful.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, and peaceful. That's kind of what we felt here. Now, everybody's going to have a different experience.
Right,
I
right.
think it's according to your mind. But according to, I guess, how much you want to present yourself to them and vice versa. That's my assumption. I was pretty pleased with this day.
Oh, it was nice. It was actually a beautiful grounds.
Yeah.
The host did a wonderful job.
Yes.
So thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Jacqueline and the team. Thank you guys so much. We had a very wonderful time being the first here to camp on the real Conjuring House property and to be a part of the experience. So thank you very much. So I think I want to take a few minutes, listen to that running water, get some ASMR in there, and meditate and pack up and then we can shoot out of here.
I like it.
Let's do it.
Got some coffee and breakfast.
Oh, now that's the kind of meditation I'm talking about. So right there, we see two green flags. There's a green flag there and a green flag there. Using special equipment, that there are dead bodies under there, and with whom they believe are the soldiers from way back, way back. So there's buried soldiers right under here. So, wow, last night was very interesting. Did not really hear any sounds of the children playing or drums or anything to that. Did have anxious, slept a little bit, felt, obviously, when you hear all the stories and you're on the land and saw some of the things you guys saw with us last night, I felt nervous. I did feel nervous trying to sleep in a tent that had zero power. Our little lights worked and everything else was great. Didn't have the curtains on there, so never knew who was out. Someone was out there watching. But I will say it was a very interesting experience. And Dave as well. It was enjoyable. Really great to sit with the new owner. The first ever to stay here on the real Conjuring House site. So I really felt like it was a very interesting experience to learn the truth and the non-truth about the real Conjuring House. They're going to be holding events here. I think the next one's coming up in 1 week. This is sort of a soft opening to get a feel for how the campers will be, how the staff's going to work with the campers, the tours. So it was a very interesting experience. They do one morning walk with Davo to get a feel, just to get our exercise in. And now it's daytime, I feel a bit better walking after I saw a couple of snakes last night, or one actually. But it's a very, very neat campground. There's a lot of history on this land here. And there's Dave right there. Hey Davo, and there's the house, the real Conjuring House.
Good morning.
Good morning.